NCRP Productions presents Torg Eternity by Ulisses Spiele. The Breifne Crown, Episode 24.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a Sunday of Possibilities, our weekly Torg game. And the quest for the Breifne Crown continues. So let's introduce our players. Let's start to my right.
Hello, I'm Aaron. I'm playing Ufa Ali, or otherwise known as the Twilight Jackal of Cairo.
This is Victoria. I'm playing Iara Bay, the elf necromancer from Isle.
Hey, it's Barry. I am running Max Elite, the freedom fighter from Tharcold.
This is Shan, and I'm playing Azrael, the cyber witch from the cyber papacy.
And this is Tori, playing Evangeline Francis, the monster hunter from Aurora.
All right. So last session, someone please give us a rundown of what happened.
So we were confronted by, why do I always forget her name?
Donna
Delight from the
porn star name.
Right.
the Gentleman's Club.
The Purring Kitty.
The Purring Kitty. She had us at gunpoint, but eventually put the guns down and brought us to her safe house, where she questioned us regarding what we were speaking to Professor Aspartes about. We found out that she was Mossad from Israel and was watching Professor Aspartes and saw that there were two other groups that had come before us within the last 2 weeks, it seems. One was from Mobius and one was an Asian group that were not possibility rated. Not from Mobius, and they weren't possibility rated, but Mobius's group was possibility rated. She didn't think that we were being forthcoming enough, so she did not really give us any further information and kicked us out, basically. We started to head back to Ufa's friend's house, Mustafa, and heard a gunshot, so we stealthily managed to get back to his place. And as we got back to his place, once we got inside, there was a loud knock on the door. Some goons tried to say they were from the power company and that there was a power leak that was going to explode the building.
Scam.
For some reason, we didn't fall for that. And then they just busted in. Eva took them all out quickly without any issues with her.
After a casualty, though.
Right, after a casualty, Mustafa did go down in a Tommy gunfire blaze.
That turned to Swiss cheese.
Yes, he did.
Hail of bullets, all the terrible pulp puns.
After a very short moment with Ufa and Mustafa, we went out the back and then were promptly ambushed with a bomb from some ninjas on the roofs. Which, between lightning, fire,
Bullets.
they also were taken out. But we also found out that Ufa is the Twilight Jackal of Cairo once he put on a mask and with some glowing eyes and can do all kinds of things we didn't know about
vision,
it.
I guess.
Yes, we later found out he also has X-ray vision.
Any other superpowers you'd like to let us know
You'll
about?
see them when they come out. There's quite a few.
I'm excited for it to be a surprise.
So, Ufa is a superhero as well. Masked mystery man. We managed to get...
That is yet to be verified, by the way.
That you're a masked mystery man?
Well, the mystery men are the
Yes,
masked
you're a masked
people.
mystery man.
Yeah.
Don't pump yourself up.
All right.
Say one of the mystery men.
Solid.
It's
solid.
not
okay.
all about you.
Yeah.
Whether you're part of the boys band or whatever, we don't know, but you have
a backup singer.
You are mysterious. Yeah, you are mysterious, and you have a masked. Your face is masked.
I'm like the
and you're a
relief
man.
backup singer. Yeah. If someone's sick, I'll be there.
He's
Just
a
one of the
roadie.
fan club.
Yeah, I'm a roadie.
So we managed to make it back to the cars, which we were going to try to take one and escape. And this is when we found out that he had X-ray vision, because he tried to see inside the car to see if there was anybody inside the car. And upon failing that, he said, "Can I just use my X-ray vision?" And there's not even a roll for that. So he found out that there was, and then in the epic style, he shot that guy who promptly fell forward into the horn.
It was a week ago, but you remember, it was a little more than that. Azrael slid to her knees, put
That's
two
right.
hands out. The jackal stepped into it. She threw him into the air, and in slow-mo flipping head under feet, shot through the top, perfectly hitting the center of the guy so no blood was spilled within the car.
He kept the car clean.
Because we knew that Ava has a little problem with bodily fluids.
Yes, Ava had tried to. She tried
Blood
to search.
is okay, all right.
Okay.
She tried to search the goons back at the house and found some vomit, and then decided she didn't want to further search them. So,
Yeah, no, thank you. I'm a sympathy piercer.
so he fell forward into the horn, alerting the goons ahead, who are the complete opposite of the very nimbly bimbly ninjas that were on the roofs, and they tripped over themselves and managed to not fire a single bullet at us. And as we sped away in the getaway car, Ava threw a grenade into the other car, and it blew up. And cool guys don't look back behind us to see the explosion, so we just took off.
Oh, wow. My God, that sounds like a really bad movie.
Kind of like the second Indiana Jones film.
Or the fourth
Or
one.
the fourth one.
So, yeah, wow, a lot happened last session.
It was a busy
It
session.
was a busy
Very
session.
busy session, yeah.
And you guys are cruising through the city to the airfield that you just happen to ask directions for as you enter Benghazi.
I did do that, yeah.
Yes, Ufa did.
Yep.
And that knowledge has somehow come in handy.
We thought that this was a mistake on his part way back then of, why are you asking for directions to the airfield? We want to go to the college.
Because I can fly, and I knew we needed a backup plan just in case something went south, which it immediately did.
Well, now it makes sense, Jackal.
Okay, Superman.
Jesus.
So, you guys are driving through the city with the explosion in the back. And when you make your way to the airfield, it's not that far off.
Wait, as we're making our way to the airfield, you have a mask?
Yes.
What?
Well,
What?
I have the mask. Ufa does not have the mask. He does. He carries it for me.
Did you just assume
What
like
did
a
you-
whole different personality?
I was just about to say, what do you mean Ufa doesn't have it, you have it?
Ufa made a deal.
Is this like Moon Knight kind of shit?
Who's Moon Knight?
Yeah, I don't know who this Moon Knight is, but
Did you
not
like
me.
agree and let something like use your body?
Ufa made a deal
To-
with you?
Wait a
yes.
minute. Who are we talking? Which one are we talking to right now?
You're talking to the Jackal.
Okay.
Who's not Ufa?
Who's not Ufa.
So
Where
as-
is Ufa? Is he in the back of your mind right now?
He's here.
Are you with us?
The Jackal is with you, not Ufa.
Ufa's not with us anymore?
This is confusing.
I think he's possessed.
I'm concerned about this. You are two people in a single body. Do both of them follow the orders of one? Are you with the Delphi Council? And I've dropped my claws out.
I look to you and I kind of smirk and go, I'm with the Delphi Council. Our interests align.
We've heard this interest aligned thing quite often, but I'll relax back.
So, out of character, demons are often known to try to attempt possession through occult tech, and you flat out have fought
That's why I said
possessions
he's
before.
possessed.
Yes. And then while you guys are talking, Ufa's voice seems to be a bit deeper and a bit more, as he's conversing with more authority, and his shoulders are straighter and his chest is kind of sticking out a little bit more broad when he speaks as the Jackal.
Okay?
I do believe this is a type of possession.
I would assume the same thing. This is why I'm asking.
What are you asking now?
Iara, do you have any ability to test him for truth?
Can we get Ufa back?
I do not have that
Ufa
ability.
will not be back until...
Ever?
No. Ufa will not be back until the wounds that I have heal.
You're wounded?
Yes. From the explosion.
Oh, that's right. He has like 2 wounds.
What deal did Ufa make with you?
Ufa was going to die in a tomb, and then
He was young, he needed the money.
the reality changed in that time.
I was right. Moon Knight.
Is that what Moon Knight did? Out of character.
Yes, that's
I
what
Yes,
Moon Knight
it's
did.
have no
Exactly.
idea who Moon Knight is, and I
It's a Marvel character.
Feel
Exactly
foolish.
like
Yeah.
that.
Don't feel foolish. There are 3 other characters that if we took the time, I could tell you did basically the same thing.
Oh. Well, I guess I'm not the first one to
DC,
invent
all
the
have
that-
similar heroes.
We're about to die and made some kind of deal with a mask to be alive still?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But Moon Knight's like that at certain time, like at night. He assumes the identity, but just using the body.
Yeah.
So by your name, do you only come out at twilight?
Only when Ufa is wounded.
Oh, so the wound is what brings you out.
Yes.
So
That seems to be a very dangerous way to do things.
hypothetically, if we're in the middle of something, we want to speak with you, Jackal. Would something as simple as like do a little stabby stab,
I like you thinking.
or just a little cut across the hand or something?
I
if we
suggest
needed
you punch him really hard.
Oh, just punching him works.
I mean, just
Max,
Has
that
to be
sounds
an
like it's more
actual-
your
Yes,
Just wound him.
yes, I'm liking this Nile Empire more and more. Very good.
It seems as though that it needs to be a wound and not some kind of just a shock.
I
nothing
can
to
wound.
shock him. Yeah.
I can wound.
Yeah, you can. You
Truly,
can.
I can wound.
I mean, we
I know
want
everyone's
to.
looking at me wrong, but
Everybody's just like,
Of course,
you can,
What
Max.
if he like?
did you see what I did with the
punches
tire?
What if?
yes,
What if
I
you
saw
need
it. It
tires.
was epic. Yeah.
What if he punches Ufa hard enough to knock him out and make him unconscious? Would that mean you're unconscious, or would you be able to
Yeah, what level of wound
front and?
will you come
Just
out?
one wound will be enough.
Okay. If he was wounded to expiration, would you still come out?
We have not had that happen yet.
Well, you're not
Okay.
allowed to jump to my body.
Yeah.
Have you
It's
made
not-
this deal with others?
No.
Where do you come from?
I'm
You
from
said it's Cairo.
Cairo, but
An
more
ancient
like Kemet.
God.
What?
Kemet, which is Egypt.
Is that
As a
south
whole.
of here?
Aren't we in
East.
Egypt?
No. We're in Benghazi.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'm not from here.
You're my African geography is not very good.
And I'm not from this world,
Yeah.
so I
Exactly.
don't get to do all the stuff I
Neither
know.
am I. I'm from like my version of Brazil, so it's like over here is I don't even know.
He said he's from the Nile, and I thought that was Egypt.
I mean, it is.
So we are in Egypt.
No, we're in Benghazi.
Which is in the Nile Empire, but not in Egypt. I'm catching
Yes.
on.
Yes.
I see.
West of
Okay.
Egypt. Yeah.
You keep speaking of the mask. Is the mask important? Does Ufa need to put it on?
He does.
If someone else were to put it on, what would happen?
And no one else has put it on.
What if somebody took
Yes,
it off?
but what if somebody did?
Max, I think you should
don't
try
know.
it.
Yeah, Max put on the mask.
Why don't you try,
no,
Max?
no. Oh!
What?
All right, in a time of trauma, I will consider putting on the mask.
What if somebody takes the mask off of you?
It cannot be removed once it's put on.
What if someone
Let me see.
steals the mask?
Don't do that while he's driving.
Actively driving at this point, and if
Don't
you
do
reach
it while
forward
he's
and
driving.
grab the mask, something's gonna happen.
What you?
Wait a minute. You can drive. Can you fly a plane? Because
I
Ufa
can.
can fly. Oh,
I can do what Ufa can do, only better.
Oh shit! I'm gonna tell him you said that.
Go ahead.
He does
Can
seem
he
much
hear-
more
wait, wait.
confident than Ufa.
So wait, is Ufa just like in the back of your mind right
I'm
now?
gonna tell him you said that.
Is Ufa
Like
aware?
Ufa is not listening, if that makes any sense.
No.
no, it doesn't
No.
want me either.
You,
In
you
his
seem to want to
possession,
talk
you
to
are-
Ufa an awful lot,
Well, he is the one we cut the deal with. He's
Yeah.
the one that came on with the Delphi Council.
and I understand you're asking if he can hear our conversation. He cannot.
We're gonna tell
Okay.
him about it, especially. if
So
I'm
you know everything he knows, and better. Does he know anything you know?
Sometimes he may remember something.
So he may not remember this conversation at all.
He may not remember it at all.
Do you remember your time in the Living Lands?
I remember being distinctly absent at that time.
Got a nice.
Well, I say we get moving on to Crete. I understand it's a long flight. We'll have plenty of time. Please drive.
Yeah.
Do we call you what? Not Ufa.
You can call me the
Mr.
Jackal.
Jackal.
The Jackal.
The Jackal, Mr. Jackal. Look, I haven't had very many interactions with people, so
I'm just gonna sit back in my seat and then like twirl a little bullet around my fingers.
What kind of stuff do you do?
well, I can see through solid objects. I can see in the night. I can also protect people who are going to pass not within their fate.
Interesting. Well, aside from that creepy shit, can you teach me that like backflip move you did?
Of course.
All right, to the airfield.
As you guys are moving to the airfield. So the Benghazi airfield is both what was a civilian airfield, basically airport, that was taken over recently as Pharaoh Mobius's airships and whatnot started to stage for the invasion.
Yeah.
As you pull in, you can see that many of the military, so the Mobius's army's airships and aircraft, have been moved someplace. And it looks like in the middle of the night that it might be set back up again for civilian transport.
Sounds perfect. What?
And
So,
concerning.
entering, is there a way to enter the airfield from the road, or do I have to go through some sort of gated access?
So there's a military access is gated, and there's still guards there.
Yeah.
But for civilian transport, there is a way that you can drive in there and then park in a parking lot and make your way to the terminal to catch whatever flights that might be available.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I don't plan on doing that at all. Are there any airplane hangars that are like open and have an airplane in them?
Not civilian.
Okay.
Which one's your plane?
I don't have a plane here.
Are we intending to steal one?
Absolutely.
Can we steal one with guns?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Which ones can you drive?
Well, pretty much. I look around and I can probably see the different models of planes around. I could drive that one, pretty much all of them.
So past
They're all
that-
run pretty much the same way.
So when you look around and the gated area that is with guards and, still, I mean, it's not the full-blown army aircraft that were there.
Yeah.
So, but there is still some aircraft there, but there's also military guarding that too.
Yeah. So in order for us to get an airplane with guns, we'd have to take out military personnel, which I know that would probably be
A waste of
not
time.
easy.
I think we need to get on the easiest plane that we can get on.
That's what I'm thinking as well, yeah.
How much money do we have left?
We were given, was it 1,500? And
Yeah.
he gave out 2 bills. I'm not sure what denomination of bills we were given.
They were $500 bills.
So we have $500.
Yeah.
Maybe we could purchase
No, it was $100 denominations.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we have
So
13,
1,300. Maybe we can see if we can actually get a ticket.
My
We don't.
concern is that we maybe, and I gesture towards the mask, anybody that sees me in this would immediately see me as an enemy.
So then
Let's
you
see if we
need to
can
heal.
Take it off.
Yes.
Don't look at me. That's not something I can do.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So right now, you guys are kind of just like parked. This way's the gated area. This way's the civilian area. You're just
Not
idling as you're deciding, which is going to look weird eventually.
Not suspicious at all.
Look, I think it's probably best to steal a easy to get plane that can fit all of us.
Okay.
Do it. Go.
All right, and hit the gas and turn off into the civilian airfield.
So you turn off to the civilian airfield. Okay.
I'm looking for a model plane that can accommodate all of us.
So you're not going to be able to actually drive onto the airfield. That is, there's no the access from the roads, like for maintenance and repair and whatnot. Those that are gated, and you do realize that if you blow through the gate through that, you're going to attract attention
Oh, yeah.
of the staged army there too.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, there aren't any private planes on the civilian side that are just parked in private hangars.
There aren't any.
There are not any.
Oh my gosh.
Are we gonna have to hijack one?
Why don't what it sounds like.
Maybe we could sneak
Really?
Maybe we could sneak onto the airfield through a fence and get to the military side sneakily.
Won't they have surveillance? Cameras, drones?
I don't know what those are.
Maybe they don't.
But he's also the jackal, so maybe he's not Ufa. How much do you know about this world?
He just said he knows what Ufa knows,
Yeah.
Oh, so then,
but better.
so maybe they aren't.
But better.
But better.
Can you fly at night?
Yeah, of course, I can see in the night.
Then if there's no drones, if there's no cover, we just... At night we go in, which actually I can't remember. Is it
Yeah.
night?
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
nighttime
It's
now.
like at 1 o'clock in the morning right now.
That's where I'm thinking maybe we
Why are we worried? They won't see us.
got to get out of the car though.
Yes.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Find a suitable place to park.
Yeah.
And then turn the car off.
Parking lot?
Yeah.
Turn back around.
Long-term parking.
Yeah, long-term parking.
No, I'll make a note that we're in section G.
Yeah. Someone take a picture of the pole. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, no problem. You
Okay.
Park in Section G in long-term parking.
Yep. Turn off the vehicle.
Are we just going over the fence?
We're going to have to go over the fence. Let me
Can
see
your
if I
little claw
have anything.
Yeah, of course. It's simply a fence.
He can open up the fence.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I don't have cutters.
Remember, this is like a 40s fence. It's not going to have razor
Yeah.
wire and all that crap on it. It's going
He
to
has
have
actually
The gates
probably,
could be unlocked because everybody left their doors unlocked back then because it was super safe.
He has cutters. He goes.
I can go through them.
All right,
Yeah.
very good. Then let's do that.
So as you guys are walking up, formulating that plan, you see like this big billboard of a sign that says "Cheap flights to Crete."
See, that's what I'm saying.
But we don't have identification, do we?
I don't.
No, yeah, we got fake identification.
I mean, not for me though.
Yeah, we were given our passports a while ago,
Yeah,
weren't we?
so you just need to heal. And then Ufa comes
And
back,
be
right?
Ufa.
Yes.
We can't wait for that. We need to get moving. What if the professor was to give them the same information? He didn't. What's to say he won't tell them what we know? We need to get on a plane and go now.
As you keep on walking, you see a billboard that says "Cheap flights to Crete, early flight times."
We sleep here, wake up in the morning for the flight that'll get us to Crete.
We need to go buy tickets. Per Greg, hint, hint.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Maybe they won't ID us, so we'll just buy tickets.
Cheap flights to Crete on the third background. No ID needed.
I think we need to buy tickets.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm looking for.
I just start walking to go get a ticket.
I'm following
Fuck
Azrael
this.
as always.
No.
So you walk up to the ticket center. Closed. Open at 6 a.m.
I think we're just gonna have to camp out.
We should camp somewhere where he can heal.
I forget how people heal, like regularly.
So after a rest in the next scene, which we now are moving into the next scene, you get to make tests. Where's my book at?
Maybe there is a med bay here in the
I mean,
airport.
I have a
I mean, don't they usually have an ambulance at
I have a
at
first aid
airports?
kit, but I don't know if
How to use it?
I mean,
Does Ofa know how to use it?
no, Ufa's not trained in first aid.
But you said you can do things better than him.
I can't. I'm not trained to use this.
Okay.
Will first aid?
Well, I'm
Heal
sure I
wounds?
can do it.
So it's a strength test to recover minus any wound penalties. So I think you're wounded once, so that's going to be -2. So you need to make a strength test, DN of 12.
But again, this being a facility where people are at, people get injured, there should be a med bay. Or some such.
We
We have to wait in.
I don't know that the airport has like a med bay. The military side might.
It's
I'm gonna look
night.
at the
Couldn't
direct-
we
I'm
sneak
gonna look
over
at-
that way?
I'm gonna look at the directory. Is there like a
Medical services.
nurse station?
There is a nurse station.
Let's go there.
Okay, but
Closed.
The door,
Open
is
at
the door
6
closed?
a.m.
Is the door closed and locked?
The door is closed at locked. It does open up, but it has like the nice little red cross symbol on it, indicating.
Somebody want to
Healing.
break
Anybody
in?
able to lockpick? I have lock picking, but oh wait,
I don't, and it has a star on it, so you have to be
Wait.
trained in it.
You
I have
have to be trained
I have.
in it, yeah.
I am, and I have lock picks.
Oh,
Nice.
That would be
oh look! Check this out.
Wait, that's me.
Oh, I can. Look at that.
Somebody watched. Make sure nobody's paying attention.
So stealth roll first.
There's nobody in the hallways. There's no drones, no surveillance. It's not like they will see.
15 for the stealth.
I mean,
No problem.
I can see everything.
So,
He can see
And
through the
they-
buildings
I
with
can
his
see-
X-ray
Well,
vision.
Well, that's
Inside, is there
limited.
anyone
It's one
inside?
layer of things.
is there anyone inside?
I look through the wall.
No.
Nobody inside. No.
Good. All right.
It's just a small little room.
Yeah, small room.
Yeah.
My concern is to keep looking in the hallway because they won't see us any other way unless someone like you are people like you everywhere.
There
11.
there
No
are
problem.
Okay,
a number of people.
Like
let's
Yeah.
go
A
in
number.
here and see if they have any stuff to fix your wounds.
So I mean, when you open it up, it's basically just a small room with a chair, a little bed, shelves with gauze and needles and chloroform and laudanum
that.
and just things that you would see that just
like
iodine and cod liver oil. Just
Is there like Kraken's ends? Like
Some of these I know. Some of these I don't.
early 1930s methamphetamine
yeah.
in a chocolate bar form.
Cough syrup with
With
heroin in
heroin,
it.
yeah. Yeah, I see why these people used to work so hard back then.
Will
There is
using,
all of that.
Yeah.
Will using first aid heal a wound?
Yes.
I have decent first aid.
We have all the tools at our disposal
Yeah.
now.
Yes, you do.
Yep.
So I will try to heal you.
Which is going to be only a DN of 8 because of all the stuff you have
Extra
here.
stuff.
All the
Sweet.
cough syrup with heroin in it.
Yeah.
I'll keep a guard at the
Drink
door.
this and then take this.
13.
13, that is going to be a good success. Wound is healed. All shock.
And all shock? Okay, that's good. I'm going to just make sure I make note of that. Because I don't have a lot of shock to work with. Alrighty. So,
Actually, the drive back shock would have been healed anyway on anyone.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So, what you are before you go, you said there are more like you. So, do you wait in odd places for people to nearly die and then
Do you live in the
take
mask?
them over? Well,
I'm-
I mean, he said there's more like
the
him.
deal was made with Ufa in a tomb.
With you specifically?
So are you only in tombs?
I am Anubis, essentially.
Wait,
I'm the avatar of Anubis.
you're somebody else.
Yes. Look,
Does Anubis control you? Are you not? Wait, are you now Anubis? What happened to
So I know
the jackal?
what this is, but Eva doesn't.
the jackal. I am the jackal, but I was made the jackal by Anubis.
Okay,
My power is through Anubis.
So
and
wait,
that's
is
the
Anubis-
powers that put you in the mask that
Yes,
only
the
come out when
power-
Ufa's
yeah.
damaged.
Yes,
So
and
is
you
it
were
like
only-
a
I'm
god
sorry.
possessing you?
essentially.
Okay, does Anubis now the finger quotes come up? Possess any other masks?
That is information from him I have not been
This is
given.
a good alignment.
Okay, okay.
Your character
It.
wonder.
Do you talk to him?
He only speaks to me when he needs to.
Have you ever tried to talk to him? I mean, knowledge from a god would be incredible.
I think another thing we need to take into consideration is like, what are the motives, or is this a good
Are we
god, or is this
Are we concerned again that he
more
maybe
of
is
a-
not
evil?
in league with us?
Anubis is the essential ferryman for people to bring them to the afterlife. So if you're wondering if he's evil, he's not.
The afterlife. People simply turn to dust and they're done. What are you talking about?
No,
What is an
with
afterlife?
Kemetism, there is an afterlife. You physically get back up in this world.
People don't die here?
After they put the mask on.
We all need masks.
I don't know if I want something else controlling my body and not me being aware of this. I think
But
I'm
if
gonna
you
pass.
can't die,
It's
and Ufa was Ufa, he didn't say anything about the jackal or Anubis. So as long as you don't get damaged, and how often has that been? We need to find masks. Are there any masks in here? Can you see the mask with your?
You are healed.
So now you're Ufa.
So you can see the mask that was very securely affixed to Ufa's head. It starts to sag a little bit, and it falls off right down to his hands. And he looks around. And he goes,
So just look around. Are there masks anywhere here?
"What?
Masks.
There's
Masks.
one in my hand."
Do you want to try that one, Max?
I snatch
can't-
out of his
no,
hands and
no.
start doing this, but I'm not wounded, so it doesn't do anything.
I'm like, "Hey!" And I
As
grab
Bill
it.
pulls the mask out, and she's like this, and so it's kind of hot and sweaty, but you're like putting it on, and it just feels like this silly stink silicone cloth mask.
I'm like, "Hey!" And I grab it and I pull it back. Just put it away.
You
It's
didn't,
my mask.
you didn't tell us about that.
Wait a minute. He's Ufa again.
Yeah.
You
What do
are
you-
Ufa again.
What do you
Yes.
remember, Ufa? What's the last thing you remember?
There was an explosion,
Uh-huh.
and I think I killed somebody.
No.
The
that
jackal
was
killed
one of us.
somebody.
That was one of you guys?
It was.
Oh, I distinctly remember killing somebody.
The jackal.
I was upside down or something. I don't know.
Oh, well, yeah.
I don't think you can pull a move off like that.
I don't
That was
think I
the
understand what's going on. So you don't remember anything
think-
the
I
jackal
remember
did?
flashes.
I think the god
instances.
has gone back to the recesses of his mind.
Okay. All right. Well, how do you feel? Good enough to drive a plane?
I feel great.
Let's go steal a
Want
plane.
to take like a 5-minute
Wait.
break or something?
I think we're buying a ticket for the prince.
Smoke if you got them.
That's what we decided. What?
What's that?
Are you okay?
I was just saying we could maybe take a 5-minute break or something. I don't know.
Before.
We've been on break for a while.
We have to wait till 6 a.m. till the ticket counter opens. I
What
don't
time is it?
understand.
What time is
It's
it?
like 1:30 now.
Well, it looks like we can relax for a moment then.
What time does this place open? I'm going to go see if there's a time thing.
6 a.m.
Also at 6 a.m. Do we wait here? We can sleep in well,
I
One
saw
of us.
many signs telling us that we should wait here.
Well, we're waiting here.
okay. Do we allow them to wake us, or do we endeavor to leave before 6 a.m.?
I think we should leave before 6 a.m. because we have burgled into the nurse's station.
We should get out of the nurse's station.
I thought we just said we were staying in the nurse's station.
Oh, no, we're just staying in the airport itself.
Okay. Does the airport have beds? Ufa?
No, not that I know of. There's seats, many seats.
Let's go occupy some seats.
So you guys go. It's not a huge civilian. So you see gate 1, gate 2, gate 3, gate 4, and plenty of seats.
How many are they? I don't think they had the cut seat armrests at that point. I think it was big bench seats.
Yeah, it's
right?
all big bench seats.
I'm gonna go lay down on one.
You guys see Max just lay down, cross his feet, and pretty soon.
Look up. One of you guys is watching, right? And then go out.
I'll take first watch, I guess.
I'll go
watch.
next.
So everybody else can shut their eyes a little bit.
There's only 4.5 hours till 6.
Well,
Yeah.
Too long.
we'll just do 2-hour watches. That way we can at least get a nap.
Goes by uneventful.
All right, whoever's awake is shoving everybody else awake, and we'll go stand in line at the ticket counter, and it says cheap tickets
Yeah, I guess
Crete.
that would be me.
Specifically to
Someone's
Crete.
with no ID required.
Yeah. None.
So as you're standing
I
in
don't
line,
honestly know that far back if there was any. I think if you had the money, you got on. I can't be certain because it is just a touch out of my age range, but
Just a little.
I don't remember being that hard when we used to get on the PSA flights. So
Well, I mean, wasn't it in relatively like your childhood that you could go to a store and buy cigarettes from your parents?
yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So they didn't check.
They used to smoke on the planes.
yeah.
They'll be smoking on this plane.
You also, in my lifetime, you could go to the gate. Like my parents picked me up at the gate
Right.
several times before
Yeah.
2001 happened.
Things Bin Laden.
Yeah.
Jackass.
So what's really weird is as 6 o'clock approaches, without actually seeing cars coming in or people coming in, the window for the ticket counter slides open and somebody is there, and with a big smile and wearing the silly little dark blue flight attendant's hat and a dark blue dress, just opens up and she's like, "Oh, good morning." And by that time, now you look out and you can see cars coming in and people starting to, come in and get ready to line up. Almost like everyone is waiting that one spot on the road. 6 happens and they all start pulling in.
Who has the money?
And how can I help you?
I would like 1, 2, 3, 5 tickets to Crete, please.
Ooh, Crete. Very well. That will be $500.
Oh, here. Does this cover it?
It most certainly does.
Is there a first class option?
There is.
How much would that be?
That would be another $500 a ticket.
I like that idea. I'm going to go ahead and go first
Of
class.
course
And
you
here's
do.
1,000.
There are only 4 first class seats.
Well, someone else is sitting out because I made this deal.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Enjoy your flight. Enjoy the mystery of Crete. Oh, how can I help you? To the next person in line who just, walked
Appeared.
walked
Yeah.
through the door. I mean, didn't
Oh, okay.
apparate,
Gotcha.
but walked through the door and started walking up as you look around, and now it's starting to be a hustle and bustle of people and activity.
I don't like how cheery.
Where do we
They
go?
were.
It's
Which plane is it?
I take it she gave me tickets. I can see on the ticket what plane.
Yes, you can. And so when you look on it, it's gate 1, and it's not a plane. And you look out, and you see a big airship and a blimp.
Oh.
Yes!
What
Let's
is
go.
that?
Its name is the Hindenburg. It actually was up at that time. But yeah, we're actually going to be going on the blimp.
The what?
Is it safe?
Yeah, it's plenty safe.
I don't see.
Your voice went up when you said that.
Yeah,
did.
I don't need a recap of what happened with the helicopter last time
Look, there were
before we ran into you.
during
so you would know that.
experimentations, some mishaps, but I think they've worked through most of it.
Experiments
The
and
jackal
mishaps?
was much more confident in his words.
You think? Do you want me to punch him?
I think so.
I feel safer with the mask guy.
Why are
Yeah.
people punching me?
I like the mask guy
No one's
better.
doing it yet.
But
Can we bring the jackal back?
Oh,
the mask
wait, no. The jackal said that if he was wearing the mask here, he would be spotted.
yeah, you don't
that's
wear
good to
masks in Nile Empire. Yeah, everybody knows
The
that.
mystery men do.
We didn't
Yeah,
know
but
that.
they're also enemies of the state, so unless
So
you
a
want
mask,
to be one,
a mask makes you an enemy of the state.
absolutely.
Okay. Good to remember.
Let's go find our plane.
It's not a
It's
balloon.
a
think it's a
blimp.
plane.
Let's go get in
Yeah.
line.
But we have to make sure. Yeah, we definitely have
It's
to be
a
first ones in
giant
line. We're
balloon.
first class.
Do you know how to fly that thing?
Class.
So as you guys
It's pretty simple. Yeah.
What is first class?
start walking out the door, you see a sign that says "First Class" with the arrow this way. Everyone else, arrow that way.
Everyone.
Everyone else, damn right. Where
I'm
they
not
belong.
liking this.
I'm like, come on, guys, let's go. Let's go to
Wait,
first class.
Are we supposed to be blending in?
We're blending in plenty.
Okay.
This is what well-to-do people do, and we are in well-to-do attire. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna trust him and follow him into
Yeah.
first class.
off we go. I take it there's people with champagne on platters.
Absolutely.
Yeah, grabbing one. Thanks for the mimosa.
Caviar and
Yeah.
And so as you guys sit down, there's only 6 seats in first class. And so as you sit down, you get the mimosa. The lady in the same flight attendant outfit from the beginning, she comes out just like with this metal tub and a lid on it, steam coming out. She's like, hot towel,
I'll pass.
hot towel,
no thank you.
hot towel.
What do you mean?
Would you like a hot towel, dear?
It's for your face.
what?
For your face.
It's like a mask.
Oh, yes.
And so she opens up the lid. Be careful, they're warm. As she hands out.
They're not hot.
Oh, it's hot.
So I'll take it in, because I've had a shave before. I'll put it on the face.
Hot towel,
Thank you.
hot towel.
I'll take 2, please. Thank you.
Live dangerously.
I do. It goes.
So she turns around and goes back. So as you guys are relaxing and you're waiting out there, waiting inside, you can look out the window and you see the line forming of everyone else. Except all of a sudden the first class door opens up. And you see this big hulking, just brute of a man just kind of dip in underneath, coming sideways, and then turn around and boom, 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 just lumber over. It doesn't even look at you guys and sit down in the 6th seat, which happens to be next to you, Iara. And so as he sits down, just boom, his shoulders kind of push you over, and he's like, "Excuse me."
I just look at him.
The whole blimp is
The whole blimp
Yeah, the whole
dips.
blimp
On the
shifts.
kilter.
So he's kind of got this. He smells really thickly of cigar smoke, and he's just got this permanent 5 o'clock shadow at 6:30 in the morning, and kind of like this sneer. And he's got this wart with like 8. You actually count 8 little curly hairs, just all
specifically 8.
This guy is a specimen.
So, and they're like, ugh, and you just kind of turn your head as you just look away from him, happen to look outside, and you see the line of people coming in on everyone else.
Keep my mouth shut.
Do I see the flight attendant ever come back?
Oh yeah, she comes back when the big guys sit down. She's like, it's like mimosa. He's like, "Ugh." Of course. Hot
Hey,
towel.
Max, I think that's alcohol.
Oh, good. And the shave, as I'm holding the towel.
And so she's like, oh, one moment, dear. So she kind of comes back and she pulls out a tray and holds out the tray for you.
So I drop the towel.
Thank you, dear.
So no shave.
She doesn't answer.
I'm gonna look at the mimosas again and then remember my messing with Max previously. Hey, Max, I think this is a potion.
And your point?
One of the good potions. Do you want to try one?
Yeah, sure, of course.
At whim, the attendant kind of shows back up again with a tray of just, flights of mimosas. Mimosa.
Sure. So I will take one.
She smiles at you and then turns around. Mimosa?
No, thank you.
Mimosa.
I'll take one. Thank you.
And she turns around. She's like, there you go, sweetheart.
Then don't call me that.
She looks at him just kind of.
Thank you.
When she offered the big guy, he just goes, "Ugh."
This guy's no fun.
I'm gonna keep looking over my shoulder, to check on her because I don't like this guy.
So he's just kind of sitting there. He just kind of looks around, and then you see him put his fedora over his big, just ridge-lined brow, and so just kind of hanging down on the bulbous nose that sticks out. So as he breathes, you can actually see like little hairs.
God, that must tickle.
I figure it's going to be a little while as they load, probably an hour or more. I will probably go through a few mimosas.
Oddly, it's very efficient, and so it seems like a few minutes, everyone's on board. As you guys are kind of, like wondering at the efficiency of this place. And then you hear just the flight attendant come back out, and she's like, please put on your safety belts and your safety harness per the captain's orders. We will begin this very short flight to the wonderful and mysterious island of Crete.
What's a safety belt?
So I'm looking for the crash web.
No crash web, so it's just like what you do see is canvas strap that is sitting on the seat that you're at, and a like very rudimentary buckle just click, and it just kind of the metal square fits into the metal opening, and then you just cinch it down.
I'm gonna tug on it a little bit. Oh, goody! So we can be strapped into this as it falls.
What? Wait, why is it going to fall?
It shouldn't.
The helicopter.
Well, the
it
helicopter
shouldn't.
wasn't supposed to, and look what happened with that.
Well, do you want to fall out of it?
What
No.
happened
While
to
it's
the
floating?
the air catching sheet parachute thing that we had previously when we did our little jump?
Yeah, I didn't do too well with that.
Gonna when the stewardess comes back in and be like, so do we get like parachutes in a way, or?
Why would you ever need a parachute for?
Well, I'm just
dear?
wondering, just
you
in case.
silly monkey.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
And so she pats your cheek, and
Yeah.
then keeps going about her business.
I'm like, there's no parachutes.
Trust me, you don't want one.
Oh.
They're not.
She
Does
goes up
anybody
to the-
want
They're not
split
safe.
some liquid courage?
I
All,
would enjoy
all
one.
like once I realized we're getting in a flying contraption, and then he brought up, somebody brought up parachutes, and I'm recalling the last time that I basically got
Almost
strangled to
died.
death on a parachute. I'm all holding my hand out for like a drink and pound it because I'm just like, oh no.
That's right. It was you that had that problem with the a-hole.
Yeah, yeah, we both did, and if we didn't drink that would have.
So the flight attendant closes the outside door, and so it just kind of sides close, and then she starts moving to the inside door, so like the outside safety door, and then the inside door that matches the paneling inside. Everyone make a mind roll real quick.
1.
Yeah, so you see her
16.
moving, just you look back, start going to your drink.
Yeah. Roll again.
16.
16.
9.
Okay.
12.
Okay.
17.
17. So the two of you, as the outside safety door closes to seal inside, you notice that it's smack dab in the center of the door is this blocky letters, a green K, and then inside safety door closes, and
Do I recognize this?
no, but that's what you noticed.
K.
Yeah, it's like in blocky letters.
Is that like Gnosis?
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Okay. Does that that's not strange to me? I'll look at it just like, yeah, that's just Gnosis. Like,
That's where you're going.
Okay, that's where we're going. All right.
Sure.
There's no reason to mention it in a
So
way.
since we split it, I guess
Ufa.
it would be 2.5 hours.
Is there?
Okay.
Is Crete still within Nile, and there's no
It's just
closeness
Favorite for your test.
to not Nile?
Well, Crete is in the middle of the Mediterranean.
I don't know what that means.
The ocean that we were next to, the water, it's in the middle of that.
Okay, but we're not gonna hit a storm or anything.
like a reality
Like,
storm.
is
So-
it in the inside of the cosm?
Oh, well, I don't remember the map. Is Gnosis inside the cosm or no?
Roll mind or evidence analysis.
14.
As you start thinking about it, you remember that the Nile actually did recently expand its territory and engulf the island of Crete.
It is within the cosm. Of
Okay, so
Nile.
we're not going to be at risk of crashing into a reality store by crossing a border.
That was my concern.
Yeah, but I think it would be okay.
What do you mean?
What do you mean think?
Well,
And why just okay?
from my understanding, the technology in Core Earth is more than the Nile Empire. Correct?
Yeah, but still things happen when you go through the storm, like a helicopter falling out of the air.
Oh.
Or you try to escape your rapid descent by pulling a parachute string and it doesn't work.
I've had that happen.
Things happen.
So shimmy as the thing that you and just
Oh my god, really? Good thing we took.
He just shook the table
liquid
over.
courage.
Scared the crap out of all of us.
as it starts rising up.
Do we see people on ropes like letting it go? Like one dude's hanging on as it lifts him up a little bit.
No, I mean, so they have a pretty good pulley system, and so I mean, no one's getting lifted up, and it's pretty practiced.
Okay, yeah. They know what they're doing,
They know
yeah.
what they're doing. Yeah.
When I feel it start moving, I'm with a death grip on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, I'm
at
like
this
white
point.
knuckling.
Hey.
Are we sitting next to each other?
Sure.
This is probably
Fuck
a
it.
bad idea. We got two people panicking next to each other.
Are they? So are we in like one row, or are we in like multiple rows?
So it
They would have
is.
had cabins if we're in a Zeppelin.
Yeah, so it's like one big fancy cabin.
Yeah.
And so there's 2 bench seats, and so there's six people. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 first class seats. They're in benches and they're kind of faced off against each other within this really fancy, just oak lined cabin.
Yeah. But there's no like you can see windows. Like,
Oh,
there's
absolutely.
windows throughout the cabin. But
Absolutely.
There's no like open area, no balcony for you to walk out on.
No,
correct?
there is not.
Okay. And I see you like really like white knuckle the seat. I'm like, you're not gonna fall out. There's nowhere for you to fall.
No,
Except
there's
for
not
down.
falling
Plenty of
out.
place
The
to
whole
fall.
thing going down.
Well, then why would you want to be strapped like hanging on for dear life then?
Exactly.
How long is it going to take to get there?
Why do we have these seatbelts?
And so, just like as in response to your question, the stewardess kind of comes forward. It's about a 6-hour flight, dear.
That's no time at all. That's actually faster than most.
Of course, this is the most advanced technology that we have seen.
Yes,
and
it
you
is.
get to ride on it.
Absolutely.
Travel of tomorrow.
It's now here today, dear.
All right, I'm going to sit here through the flight panicking.
As soon as I see it fit, I'm just gonna take the belt off and start walking around the cabin.
Okay.
When I see him get up and start walking around at that point, I'm going to be like, I'll look at Azrael and be like, I think we should just try to sleep.
There's no way I'm sleeping. There's no way.
Yeah, this is fine. When the stewardess comes back in, I'm gonna be like, "Is there a balcony to immerse yourself in the scenery?"
Oh no, dear. We care for our passengers' safety. That is the utmost responsibilities that we have. So unfortunately not. What would you like for your meal?
What do you have?
We have a wonderful scramble. We have a breakfast burrito from an exotic location. And we have pancakes.
I'll take pancakes. Yeah.
Very good. Would you like maple syrup?
And butter?
Of course.
Camel's butter?
What kind of butter, dear?
Camel.
Camel butter. Let me check to see if we have any.
Thank you.
And she just kind of poops your nose.
Your face right now.
I see her touch his nose and I'll be like, what is wrong with this woman?
I feel very
This is-
uncomfortable.
Yeah. This is making me really uncomfortable.
This is called customer service.
So she like tips up, dear, what would you like for? Of course, dear. And you, dear, what would you like for your meal? Do you need time to think?
Yes, please.
I'll come back.
Do you know what a burrito is?
Dear, what would you like,
No.
dear?
I don't either.
What were the options again? Or can I
We
just get them all?
have. You want all?
If that's an option, absolutely.
I think we might be able to arrange something like that for a strapping lad like yourself. And you, dear, what would you like?
I think I want the pancakes, but no butter, please.
No, what do you want? Maple syrup?
Yes.
Of course you would. And you, dear, what would you like?
I'll do the same. And no more pet names, please.
Whatever do you mean, dear? As she keeps walking off.
Little shiver.
Meal comes out. It's absolutely marvelous. Like somebody just freshly cooked it.
There's a kitchen on board. Ah, yes. The flights of yesteryears.
So yeah, no, the meal is absolutely delicious. Hot coffee or
of
another
course.
mimosa,
Hot coffee, please.
of course. And so everyone off their own coffee.
No, thank you.
Oh, you're speaking to me now.
Oh yes.
Oh.
And so he pours you a cup of coffee. As she asks the big guy.
No, thank you.
No worries.
Would I be able to see the pilot, like the cockpit? I want to see how they operate this new contraption.
Well, I can put the request into the pilot, dear, but we'll have to see. The is very, very important. He may not be able to be disturbed.
That's
Well, see,
fine,
that's where you might be missing something a little bit here. See, our friend here is also a pilot.
Of course
However,
he is.
He's here for inspecting and making sure the pilots
My face perks up like, oh shit.
are doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Well,
So
you-
instead of just putting the request in, I think it should just escort him up there.
Well, you are quite important, aren't you, dear?
I'm very important, yes.
So she smiles and just kind of
Yeah.
kind of nods and dips her hip at you, and then continues on.
Okay.
I look at the
tried.
big. I look at the big guy. What's your name, sir? Nice to meet you.
It is then.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, anybody do anything while the flight goes on?
Nope, I'm gonna sit here with like high anxiety the whole time. That's all.
Just profusely
Ufa?
sweating.
Yes.
Yeah.
You should know where the cockpit area is, right?
I've never been on this particular blimp, but it's probably pretty easy to find it.
I don't want they're wandering around. Why don't you just go into it?
Why don't I do that? I mean, the common courtesy is to ask.
Well, you asked. She apparently ignored us.
I think she might need a little bit of persuasion.
I tried.
I know. I mean, like money. She needs money to put the offer through. She's been giving us great service so far.
Like the ones at the Purring Kitty.
Yeah, I think the what is it? The bathroom people that Max talked
Oh yeah,
to?
yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure it's the same thing.
Gotcha.
Next time she comes in, I'll be like, "Did you put that request in?
I certainly did, dear.
Have we heard anything back?" And I hold my hand out and I press $100 bill. into
She's
her
like,
hand.
well, what a wonderful tip. And she disappears. And, it's
Yeah.
like, and then she makes this little pouty face. She's like, no, unfortunately, I haven't heard yet from the captain. Like I said, he is very important
"Okay,
and very busy.
I am sure he is. Thank you very much for your time.
You're quite welcome. You're
Make
sweet.
sure you come back to me if he says yes.
I will.
Am I allowed to walk about the airship, or should I stay just in this room for now?
Well, why would you ever want to go back to the others? You're in first class.
I just want to take a look. I've never been on this particular airship before, and I'm interested. As the inspector.
Well, there's nothing going to stop you if you wish to visit those others.
Yeah, well, that's true. But I think I will.
You are a dangerous one, aren't you?
Sure.
I
Yeah.
wish I had another romance card.
God damn it. I always find myself in these situations. I gotta stop talking to people.
So it goes on. I mean, just like all this over time is taken maybe about, just 2 hours as, just resting and breakfast and whatnot. So time kind of goes on. Do you end up going over into...
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take a look around.
Okay.
Is there anything to distinguish me to go into this cabin aside? Like, I don't know if I still have the stub for first class or not to allow people to let me through.
No, it's like it's just, like folded up papers just so...
Oh, okay,
just
cool. So
yeah.
yeah, okay, cool. That's
Yeah.
good enough for me. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna walk to the back cabin just see how it looks in terms of are people packed in like sardines? Are they
So when you open up the back cabin and move into the everyone else class, you end up seeing about 8 just these big, huge, just kind of like burly men start taking off their overcoats, and you see them sliding on these suit jackets that are black and lined with purple pinstripes.
Oh,
We'll
shit.
cut right there. And at this point, we are going to introduce Dan. Dan is going to join the Torg game. Dan, can you just go and just introduce yourself real quick, and then also let us know who you're going to be playing?
Yes, my name's Dan. I am going to be playing Professor Graves. He is a weird scientist from the Nile Empire.
Very good. And what does Professor Graves look like?
Professor Graves is a very tall, thin man, has sort of wild hair, unkempt, that used to be black, but mostly is turning to gray now.
I
So
love
I'm
this.
seeing Christopher Lloyd in Back to the
Yeah.
Future, Doc
Yeah.
Brown.
Me too.
Yes.
Okay.
And he's always wears a lab coat.
Yep.
And an unusual pair of glasses that has different weird attachments to them.
Okay. And what is Dr. Graves doing on this particular airship
Right now?
right now?
Right now, he's arguing with one of the flight crew, saying, you know, I'm just saying, if I had access to the engineering room and, you know, a couple hours and maybe a short conversation with an engineer, I think I could increase the efficiency of your engines by at least 20%. Now, I know there may be a slight chance of an explosion, but I think that's really minimal.
So this kind of tall, young guy, just brown skin, just this ugly, like 27 hair mustache that he's trying to grow in. You know, his first job. He's just kind of vacant-eyed, nodding at you, and he's all, yup, that's what you said.
So,
Can I help you, sir?
can I talk to your superior?
Yep. You can do that. Would you like a mint?
No, I would not like a mint.
Would you like a water?
Yes, actually, I would like a water.
What size cup of water would you like?
The average size cup of water? Honestly, I can't believe I've ever been asked that question before.
I'm not quite sure what size that is.
I'll leave it up to you as the size.
I can't decide for a customer, sir.
Where is this all happening? In the everybody else
And
section?
everyone else section.
Okay, so I'm still in first class.
Yes, you are.
Man.
Would you like a mint?
I believe I already declined a mint.
Oh, my apologies, sir. Would you like a cup of water?
I just turned away, disgusted.
He moves on to the next person in line. And as he moves on, and when your eyes start focused, what really kind of seems weird is you didn't notice earlier just kind of being distracted by your work. Where does Dr. Graves actually work at? What is so when he's not on this flight, what is he?
Well, Dr. Graves is the professor at the
University of Benghazi?
University of Benghazi.
Okay.
He is the head of the Department of Extraordinary Scientific Antiquities of Marvel.
Okay. So that sounds pretty impressive. And what is he doing on his way to Crete? Why is he going to Crete?
Well, he is currently on sabbatical from the universities. He's heading to Crete on his own time to do some research on some interesting artifacts that have recently shown up.
Okay. So as the dim-witted flight attendant kind of steps away, is moving on, you get distracted by two things simultaneously. The door to the first-class cabin opens up, and you see a man step out. Can you describe Ufa for Dr. Graves, please?
Ufa is about middling height. He's currently wearing like a pinstripe suit. He's got like all the classic attire of a gangster in the 1930s. He
Like a
is
zoot
clean
suit?
shaven. Yeah, kind of like a zoot suit, but it fits a little bit better. But yeah, he's got clean shaven, darker eyes, kind of a predominant jawline, things like that.
What distracts you, though, is you get the feeling and a bit of a connection, and you realize that he is possibility rated. As you step in, and you get the feeling of somebody who's possibility rated near you. And then at that point, movement catches both of your guys' eyes, and what you see are these just 8 different big, huge dudes. Like, think somebody like 6'4", 6'5", just big, broad, barrel-chested, and then these itty-bitty little 20-inch legs that are just short and just come down to like a 26-inch
legs.
waist. Just the big, huge...
Doritos.
Yeah, and they're taking off the jackets that they had, and then from their handbags, they're reaching in and putting on these jackets that are black with purple pinstripe, and putting on dark purple fedoras.
Well, that seems unusual.
I see that, and I just step back, close the door, and then make my way back to...
Baby legs.
Yes.
Yeah. Rick and Morty
Yeah.
has baby. It's like this cop, and he's a cop on his up top half, but he's baby legs on the bottom half.
The one that comes in mind is, do you remember like the Bugs Bunny gangster ones?
Yeah.
With the small little the capo, but then the big guy who's, and so that's kind of who these guys look like, but in real life.
It's disturbing. At any rate, make my way back to first class.
Okay.
Is there anything that stalls me in that process?
No.
Okay, make my way back to first class, and I go, and I look over at the guy, the big dude in the that's with us in there. Is he sleeping still?
Yep. He's all.
Presumably sleeping.
Why would he not be asleep for real?
I'm very skeptical of him. I'm gonna head over.
Fake sleeping.
I'm gonna notice him being all weird now because he
Yeah.
was super comfortable at first.
Yes.
So then I'll come over, or like I'll
What is it?
That's
like
actually
wave him over.
That's a very good observation.
Yep.
Possibility.
I'll wave him over and then be like, "What did you see? Why are you acting like this now?"
There's guys, big ones, like this guy, but they're putting on purple pinstripe suits. Oh, they're putting on purple pinstripe suits.
Like the ones I took out with my poison.
Yes, exactly like that. They have taken off other jackets to put those ones on. That's commitment.
To be
They
certain,
carried it
all of
on
them
the whole
were
time.
wearing purple fedoras, though.
They did have purple fedoras.
What does
They
that
did
mean?
as well?
Yes, and they swapped out their fedoras. I don't know where they're keeping these things.
Did they see you?
I don't know. But I just, as soon as I saw it, I stepped back and
You
closed the
said
door.
it looks like this guy.
I look over at him.
He's wearing a dark heather gray suit with a black shirt.
Did he
Red
have a bag?
tie.
Did
Were
he have
they-
a bag with him?
Yes, he does.
Look at the bag. Look
I'm
in the
gonna have
bag.
to look at the bag. Yeah, I'm gonna walk over. Is he still definitely sleeping? Nothing's changed. I take it. And I'm gonna see, is the bag attached to him in any way, shape, or form?
It's underneath the seat, tucked up right up against his back of his legs, back of his knees.
We're gonna have to like very quietly like unzip it and kind of like peel it open just a little bit to see if we can see any purple stripes.
And how much longer until we get there? Like how much time?
It's only been like
about
2.5
2
hours.
hours.
Yeah,
Fuck!
we got 4-ish hours.
I
if
can't
I'm not
risk
mistaken.
unleashing all this poison with all these other people in here. There's too many people that can
Oh, I am
Not in
sure.
this confined place.
I am sure they will come to us. I have no doubts about that.
Yes,
So
but
at
us
this-
dealing with them.
Yeah.
So we cut scenes real quick, back into everyone else. So as this behavior is confounding Dr. Graves, you're looking at them, well, that's very peculiar. And then you notice they reach down into their bags and they're pulling out Thompson machine guns.
How many people are in the economy class section?
Approximately 30 people.
Okay, I'm just going to watch. I'm not going to do... Actually, you know what? I do want to do something.
What would you like to do?
I rummage through. I pull out my gizmo kit.
Okay?
And I'm going to pull out some wires and things and I'm going to start building something.
Okay. So as you start doing that, the camera cuts back to first class.
Yeah.
We should tie him up.
What, he's huge. What do we? Plus, what do we have?
We need to hurry. So somebody who has rope.
What are you guys
Okay,
doing?
you start.
Oh, Max! Thank God you're here.
Max, get over here.
I've been here the whole time.
I know, but now you're like really here. Okay,
Mister,
Okay,
there's.
hold on.
Okay.
I'm gonna start trying
Iara,
to
start tying him up.
tie
Why
him
are we
to the
tying a passenger
armrest.
up?
Because
We got some pinstripe suit guys in the everybody else
I
section.
heard that. Does he look like that? Look at his legs.
We're trying to look in his bag to see if
Look
he's
at
got
his
a pinstripe.
legs.
You look at his legs, tiny little legs.
Okay, I could be wrong.
Look,
So
there's
I-
baby legs.
So I wonder, in terms of this is out of character. In terms of game mechanics, if someone is sleeping and you were to shoot them, what would transpire from that? Is there any? There's bonuses for like a coup de grace in a way, or is it
surprise round.
a surprise? Like
It would be a surprise.
it'd be a surprise.
Yeah.
I'm sure it would.
Yeah. Which means that they wouldn't be able to act. So you'd still need to hit, you'd still need to roll to hit, whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be end up being a surprise, which means they don't get to act that turn.
okay, you pull your gun out, get ready to shoot. I'm gonna unzip. I'm gonna like try to sneak under the seat a little bit to like unzip the bag.
Ufa, you should know this because this is your place, but for the rest of you, did you realize we have a balloon over us?
Well, if he does the same shot like he did through the car, but
What
from
if
the
it
top,
bounces?
goes
What if it
down.
ricochets? There are so many options.
So while you have that conversation, Iara was, had rope that she carries and started tying it to, there's no armrest, but you can tie it to like one of the
legs.
braces underneath the seat.
Okay.
And so then you're kind of slowly reaching over, and the guy's arms are like this. So they're folded across his chest.
Okay.
What about tying around this way?
My plan is if he starts moving, I'm just gonna like
With what?
You'll be like on his shoulder
exactly.
with the rope, and you're like,
As
I'm,
we
like,
do this, I
arguing-
want you all to consider something else. She keeps coming back.
That is an astute observation.
I'm gonna keep climbing underneath the seat and slowly unzipping as I'm unzipping it.
So as you drop down and kind of, you guys see Ava hands and knees
wait.
start.
Ava's tiny, so she
can you
fit
put on
it.
the mask and use your vision to see through the
He has
bag?
to be hurt.
Punch him.
Where's my someone grab a knife?
I know that this is a thing you do in the Nile. Azrael just told me, and I know that it brings out the masks. So
I am not ready for this, by the way.
No, you're not.
I am very much not ready for this. Yeah.
I'm still unzipping. Do I see the stripes?
Okay, so hang on one sec.
that is going to be an 8.
8. So you weren't surprised not moving. What is your dodge?
My dodge is 14.
14. So you go to punch and just instinctively he's like, what the? So he kind of goes back like this. While that's going on, you are on one side and like crawling up to the bag and ready to unzip. Iara, simultaneously you're reaching over with the rope, very just trying to get across the soldier, or trying to get across the shoulders of this guy. So as you swing, says punch him, and as you swing, you see one eye open up, you see the other eye open up. Let's go to initiative. Okay, so
He's like this. He's like this.
Yeah.
She's tying
I'm
underneath
underneath
him.
this is a standard scene. Heroes are first, and you have inspiration,
Which means
which means you immediately recover 2 shock.
Could my attacks be like stealth in a way?
Absolutely.
By surprise because I'm underneath him
Uh,
and he
you-
can't see me?
Well, so you don't know if he can't see you. You have to make a stealth roll, but you can use your action to make the stealth roll and unzip the bag.
I'm gonna stun him.
I'm gonna unzip.
Okay, so hang on one
let's
sec. So
start with, hey, this is for your own good.
Punch me again.
This time I'll say 16.
okay, hang on one sec. So we're doing.
I rolled 11 for stealth.
So rolled an 11 for stealth, and so as you kind of creep over and start, zzz, and you look over, the eyes open, and you see him just kind of dart over to one side and then dart down to you. So,
5.
okay, so you're stunning.
Casting stun.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to miss most people, but it's a large blast area.
Wait, can I just do a little zappy?
Right next to him.
Hold on.
So Iara's
Literally
right,
on
sitting
his
down
lap.
right next to him, leaning over him like she's getting ready to kiss him, but she has rope around.
Well,
and then
can
Ava
I-
is down her hands and knees by his legs, unzipping his
Is there
bag.
is there a way where I can like catch him in the corner of the large blast area
You can certainly try.
and not catch everybody?
Absolutely, there's a way. You can
It
try.
looks like you're gonna hit the people in the back.
I have Thunder Brew,
Well, the
which
other
is meant
people
to
is
shock.
fine.
Wait, so where was the cockpit in relation to where our
Well, I
cabin
didn't.
is?
I can tell you I didn't.
What'd you do?
I rolled a 4.
Okay.
That's a -6 to
Do you want to use it?
She's
8.
granting a
I get
possibility.
an 8.
So 8. Okay, so what does stun do?
Oh shit! It's a large blast area.
You're gonna
It's
get everybody you don't
it's
want to
a
get.
Instant duration. Very stymied. Only works in living beings. Good. A target can't move next turn, and outstanding, they lose their next turn.
So what is your DN to roll to cast it?
12.
12, but you rolled an 8? Mm-hmm. So the cast didn't go off?
No.
Okay, so
And
you...
because I failed a spell, I generally get 2 shock.
Yeah, that's right.
But I only
your
get
cyber
1
arm,
shock because of my cyber arm.
of your cyber arm.
And I get +1 to my next cast.
Okay. So you go to cast, and then all of a sudden you just kind of just scream. Your arm sparks, and your spell fizzled. Barry,
16 to hit.
16. Dodge is 12.
14.
14. So it's a good standard success.
Standard success, so I'm going to hit him for...
This is the second time you got punched.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit him for 10.
So 10. What is your toughness?
6.
6, 4. So that is 2 shock.
Damn
I
it.
was like, why?
You're just beating on him.
Well, I missed the first time.
Iara, what are you doing?
I'm gonna take the rope and just push it against his neck.
So an attempt to
trying
grapple?
yeah.
Okay.
Try to choke him out, basically.
That is going to be a strength check.
Okay. great. I'm great at that.
Against the goon that is the size of a mountain.
Go for the legs.
She rolled a 1.
That's their only weakness.
So you reach over as everything's kind of going on, and you reach over to push your rope, but you extend yourself too far, and you end up just kind of falling right into his lap as your face just plumps right into his lap. At that point, you see the stewardess come out, and she's like, "Oh."
I'm gonna look over at her. Mind your business.
And Dan, as you're part of the group, what are you doing on this initiative turn?
Can I finish up my gizmo?
Do you need to make a roll on
Yes,
anything?
I do.
Okay, so what roll do you need to make?
It's a science roll.
So make your roll. What is the difficulty number?
14.
All right, so roll science.
15.
15, you make it. What does a standard success do on the gizmo you're attempting to...
I create a gizmo that replicates a single pulp power with no enhancements in a malfunction range of 1 to 2.
What power are you attempting to...
Force field.
Oh, all right. So next turn you can take the action. You can use it because this one you made the... Okay.
Got it.
So in the
Oh,
everyone else
Question.
section...
At this point, in order to play these cards, I have to play them into...
Yes, but that occurs... You put your card into the player pool at the end of each round of combat.
The entire initiative round.
Yes. So what you see is the 8 goons. They were like, "Pardon me, excuse me, my fault, pardon me." And then all of a sudden, just unbeknownst, just start clearing their way, pushing people to the side as they start running towards a first-class cabin.
I open the door for them.
And so you like run over, and as they're actually you already took your action, so you're like so that's what you're doing. Okay.
He still hasn't gone yet.
I still haven't gone.
Sorry.
So at this point, Max is trying to punch me, saying, "This is for your
Oh,
own
no,
good."
I'm not trying.
Oh no, he did successfully punch me. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
I've been punched in the face. I'm flabbergasted as to why, but I do see what's happening behind me, and I'm like, "Max, what the?
Where's the mask? Bring the mask out.
Yeah, it's right here."
Well, put it on!
I'm like, it doesn't do anything. It's just flimsy cloth, and I put it back and
Right, then hold still while I wound you.
what? I look over at the guy, and I'm gonna make an executive decision and shoot this guy.
Oh, don't shoot me.
Not you, but you are in melee.
I
so
know.
Don't shoot him in the lap.
So would have been great, but the entire conversation just kind of took up time,
Okay,
especially
never mind,
as like you pull on the mask, put it on. Iara's like her face in this guy's lap, slaps your hand up there. So that ended up taking the next time, or
Okay, that's
taking
fine,
the
yeah.
round. So what this guy does is he reaches into his breast pocket, and you see him pull out 2 pairs of brass knuckles and just slides it over these big hammed like like fists that are this wide, and just slides them each on and stands up. I was gonna say you need to make a dex check.
No.
So he stands up. You like whoop down on your back onto the ground.
You good?
Okay, so next round with the movement, the goons from everyone else will be entering in first class. So just to let you guys know.
Yep.
Heroes first. Villains fatigued.
Nice.
thank God.
Jesus Christ. I feel like all of the villains' first cards were all together at the top.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Okay, heroes
got a lot of
first. So Dan.
Everybody put a card in?
Oh yeah, everyone needs to put a card in. For Torg, there is no initiative order. Basically, it's whoever says, "I'll go," and then it's that order.
Well, then I would like to go.
Okay.
So as the burly guys run out of the room, I reach forward and grab the very last one by the shoulder, and I say, "Excuse me, but I'm going to need you to do something for me. I'm going to do mind control."
So as he kind of stops and he like looks back, just starts scowling at you, go ahead and make the roll. What is your difficulty?
It is versus his mind plus willpower.
Mind plus willpower?
Willpower adds.
Mind plus or mind or?
Yes, it's mind or,
Okay.
but it will be his mind
With
plus
the
his-
adds.
With the adds.
Right. So his mind is 6.
Nice.
22.
Outstanding success.
So easy.
So easy.
So he kind of stops, scowls, look at you.
I'm going to need you to shoot all of your companions. So now he gets a resistance roll.
I was going to ask.
Right. So, normally he would get a +2. However, I have an enhancement that reduces by 2. So, he's going to make a normal resistance roll.
So mind.
So it would be, it's in the regular book, but I believe it's the same, his mind plus willpower.
And is this psionics or a pulp power?
It's a pulp power.
Okay.
An outstanding assess is until the end of the scene.
And he gets an immediate mind or willpower test to resist.
But it doesn't say what the test is. What is your mind?
Is it an opposed, maybe?
It would be opposed. So what is your mind?
My mind? You mean my willpower? Mind
Or
plus
willpower, yeah.
Would be 17.
17. Okay. He rolled well, but not that well. So you tell him that. He says, all right. And there are 7 people in front of him. He is going to attempt to shoot all 7 this round, which is -14.
Jesus.
Wow.
This is gonna go bad.
Don't shoot up. Just don't shoot up.
Or down.
Or down.
Down.
Okay,
Or
so
just randomly off to the side.
first
Yeah.
roll.
We want a Quigley down under or a Deadpool shot. 1 shot, 7 heads.
Yeah, all the way down.
What's that one
Shouldn't it
movie
be
where
-12,
they swing it
actually?
in a circle?
Oh, that's one.
Yeah, each additional -12.
Not that it'll matter. I don't think he's going to hit anything.
Hey, you never know. You could roll awesome. For one
Roll a
of
bunch
them.
of 20s.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because last night this is what I was doing. Getting guys to fight for me and kill their friends.
Okay. So what it looks like is he just starts opening up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots were odd numbers, which means there's a chance that he ends up hitting somebody, some of the crowds.
Oh, no. It's a lot of dice.
Yeah.
So this is what you see, Dan. You tell him that command, he says, okay. And then he turns around and just opens as he's doing the Tommy gun spray. People scream that are in front of him and dive down. One guy actually steps up and turns into the aisle. He's like, what's going on? As he actually gets tagged, boom, down he goes. There was 8, so he misses 6 of his goons, but he does tag one goon just straight across the shoulders, and he slumps up against the wall. You can see this red streak as he slides down to the ground. So you guys hear
Mixed results,
Yeah.
but I'll take that as a victory.
you guys hear gunfire and screams coming from the everyone else section. Heroes continue to go.
I'm gonna cast lightning on the goon.
Okay.
Don't get me.
Well, this is fortunately not a blast area.
Okay.
I'm just aiming for my dude here. Oh fuck! I rolled a 1. I rolled a 1.
So you
there's
rolled a 1.
Yeah, I can't use a possibility to undo a 1, right?
No, can't do a 1. But
gotcha.
because of Realm Runner, you do not disconnect.
Well, my other question is.
Oh, wait. Did you already disconnect at the beginning?
I did already disconnect at the beginning. But my other question is because of my robo hand that I can add a 1 to my next cast, is that technically a 2?
No, 1's a 1. Yeah, 1's a 1. So, you disconnected already. You didn't disconnect this
At
scene
the
yet?
not at the scene.
the
Okay,
scene.
sorry. Never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
I
So
was thinking it was a
Like way at the beginning,
Act.
like when we first got here.
yeah.
Right.
I thought it was per act, not scene.
no, we're in a new act, though.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not. Excuse me. See, we are still we're actually in a new act.
Okay.
But so you go to cast, you can see the lightning kind of build up, and then for whatever reason, the charge that you had in your hand, in your arm, just kind of interfered with the lightning. And for a brief instant, you guys actually see lightning surround Iara, and then she just kind of like pushes and forces this almost a palpable wave of force, and then it kind of rolls out like a rubber, but boom, snaps back in as she's back to herself again. Oof. Who's up?
You almost got your wish.
Yeah, I did. I shouldn't have said
Well,
that.
seeing him put on brass knuckles, I'm changing my focus.
Thank God.
So I pull out mine and shoot a curse shell through the bottom of the seat. I ended up
Up his
rolling
butt?
18.
Is that what you rolled? Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it's 14. So 19 damage.
So 18 beats him. It's a good success.
It's just 1 bonus.
Yep.
24.
Oh my goodness.
Good lord.
Yeah, wow.
Really rolling it well tonight.
Not I.
Me either.
Okay, 24 beats him by 10. That is 2 wounds. What do we see? Actually, he is going to spend a possibility
No.
and attempt to soak.
What?
And rolls a 2.
So, Greg, what I'm trying to do is copycat from him. Am I able to do that?
From me.
No, from him.
Oh.
That's what I was saying is I'm going to change my tactics. I was rolling.
Simultaneous.
Good. Basically, it's against his mind. I've rolled a 17,
So his mind is 10, beat him by 7.
which is a
Good success.
So I will steal up to 3, if he has it, 3 melee weapon from him, which I'm assuming is the brass knuckles.
He has
that's
1
why.
point of melee.
Very good.
And out of character, brass knuckles count as unarmed combat.
Oh, that sucks.
So while you reach in, you feel just this evil, and you can tell that he's a boss of the goons. Just feel like this evil, and you get a flash of this person dressed in this dark purple with a purple mask going across his face, covering his nose, and the purple pimp hat, just with a wide brim with purple flowers tilted on his side, and just this evil smirk on his face as you take that little bit of knowledge, and then all of a sudden you hear pop! And what do we see?
He kind of freezes, goes rigid for a second, and then just slumps down because I think he had some of the rope still around him.
No, but they weren't tied, so he slumps down forward. Iara, make a dex roll.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Or dodge, it would be, actually.
Okay, 13.
13, you see this big hunk of dead man just start coming down at you, and you roll out of the way.
Does it shake the entire Zeppelin a little bit?
So after I scramble out from underneath the dead man, I'm going to turn him into a zombie.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
17. So my difficulty is 12.
So it's a good success.
So he has a +1 wound limit. So the spell may only be cast once per day and only upon a single humanoid corpse with the most flesh still on it. Corpse animates and becomes a zombie. Caster may direct the zombie by voice as a simple action, but it's only capable of simple tasks such as carrying objects or attacking creatures. So he has no wounds, but now he has 1 wound is what the good success gives me.
So all of a sudden, just after he's dead, and then you cast your spell, you see the magic just kind of hover over into him, and then just turn into these ghostly skeletal fingers, and it just sticks to his body, and the magic just absorbs into his body, and you see that because you're standing right next to him, you see his eyes open, look at you, and he goes and pushes himself up. As he pushes himself up, you can see blood and a little bit of little bit of entrail comes seeping out of his ass where you shot him.
Good thing I'm
Really,
underneath the
Iara?
bench.
Look, good. I have one thing.
Let me have this one thing.
Oofa.
I'm gonna look to Max. Do you still want to hit me?
No, I want you to turn into the mask thing.
Hit him again.
What? I can't. I don't. I'm just take the guns out and I'm like.
This is
Because
your
I
role.
heard-
Are we going to
and-
go back and help them? I don't know what's going on back there, but gunfire means something's
Yeah,
going
that's
on.
what I want to do. I want to go in and I want to see what's going on the other
Well,
side.
I think we
Lead
need
on.
Mask Man.
Okay.
Hang on. I'm going to play Flurry. Your character gets an additional turn this round after every hero has acted. The character may not benefit from more than 1 flurry each round, either as Destiny card or Conflict of the Drawn deck. I'm going to turn the zombie towards the door
Okay.
and make it so it's kind of blocking the doorway.
So it's block the doorway. So as he kind of moves on over to the door, and you can see him put both of us on just massive meaty arms and just push up against the door frame.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna ready my action with my. That's towards the door,
Oh,
like-
you have to
yeah.
go before me, so I
okay.
can't. That's after everybody else has acted. So
okay.
once everybody else has acted, that's what I'm going to have the zombie do.
All right.
I
Well, I'm
called
gonna.
dibs on hitting Ufa next.
You hear that as you're moving.
I'm like trying to climb out from underneath the bench.
Yeah, I'm gonna slide the door open just a little bit and
She's
say,
back
look
around.
out. What do I see?
So you slide the door open just a little bit, and you, in the background, you can hear chaos and screaming and, oh my god, why? And you see just a mob of other big goons coming at you, and then all of a sudden the door just shuts down, closed, as you see, and this big guy just kind of pushes you out of the shoulders, you out of the way, as you see him just pushing up against the door, closing it.
Hodor.
Is his name Hodor? Well, I'm just gonna step back and ready the action for the guns then.
So, villains round on the other side. So they go to open the door, and he's like, it's locked. And they're pushing, and it is going to be a contested strength with help from the others.
Is this the same door the stewardess comes in?
No. So this one, the stewardess is coming in from like a...
All I needed to know if it was the same door. That's all I care.
Okay, so contested strength.
Good. I'm so glad.
What it looks like is the door, all of a sudden, starts pushing open, and it's really slow, though, and you can see your zombies actually kind of getting pushed and forced back as the door is getting pushed open.
Okay, his strength's a 10, so just so you know.
Okay, yeah, so he did lose his strength, but it's not by much.
Gotcha.
All right, so new rounds. Villains first, heroes stymied.
No. Ugh. So that's a -2?
-2.
Do you think this will give him a wound?
So, villains first. The door pushes open, and you guys see a Thompson gun come in and kind of just turn to the side and just open up. It is a blind fire, so that is going to be penalties.
I got something for you, bud.
Damn it.
Let me just say, I use fire combat for my potion launcher, and that's my...
What is
Base is
the
18.
toughness of the zombie?
10.
10? Okay, what is his dodge? Actually, he wouldn't be dodging. Actually, he's trying to pull the door, block the door.
It doesn't say dodge anyways.
Okay, so what would be his dex?
Dex is 5.
Okay, so that is going to be a good success. What is his toughness?
10.
19, so that is 1 wound and 2 shock.
Alright, he dies.
So, as bullets from the Thompson just kind of just riddle the side of your zombie, he comes down, and then all of a sudden, the door pushes open, the guy who fired steps in, the person behind him fires and steps in, and he shoots. You're closest by the door. What is your dodge?
14.
14 beats you by 3. So that is a standard success. What is your toughness?
6.
6, 14 damage. That's 8.
We're getting masked, man!
So as it just, Thompson opens up, and sure enough, it just walks up, boom, 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 and then boom, just hits you right in the chest. 1 wound, 2 shock.
Okay. Yeah, that mask comes out.
Okay, so that is...
We're all like, yes! You're like, ah!
It hurts so much. It just hurts more because it's from a friend.
So he moves, and then the person behind him opens up fire, and he misses. That is...
Did we all put in a card since this new...
I don't think we
Oh,
did.
yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah. Here.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, please.
Should we have refreshed up to 5 at any point?
Yes, when you guys entered on the thing. So right now you guys should have 3 Destiny cards in your hand. So the two guys behind the first goon, they enter in, they fill up the doorway. The last 2 are not able to get in. So 1 shot did hit you. The other shot, they missed their buddies, but also missed everyone else too. So the last 2 that are there are holding their actions.
Okay.
Heroes up.
Do I dare light him on fire?
Let me,
The mask comes on.
I'm gonna shoot lightning first.
Okay, so all of a sudden you guys see just like Ufa, just eyes kind of roll back in the back of his head, and just unknowingly reaches in, grabs on the mask, and you see the once again form of the jackal take over.
Woo! He's back!
All right.
Now, is that a full action to do that?
Not. I mean, to put on a mask, I'm not sure. Whatever your,
I
think that's up to your discretion. It doesn't say anything about like. It's not like putting on a vest where you have to like strap it, other things like that. It just like
Automatically. Yeah.
So I don't know.
So
It's
as
whatever
part of
you
the
want.
limitations that we set up for that, I think that it would take a full turn to transform into the jackal.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
Yeah.
Was this also conspired with him behind our backs?
Maybe.
Okay.
It's
There's
for us
probably
to know
more
and you to
stuff.
find out.
Okay. I'm gonna
If
cast
you're asking,
lightning.
does Greg know everything about his character? Yes.
I'm gonna cast lightning.
Okay.
16.
16. Okay. Beats his dodge by 6, so that's a good success.
Can I play Flurry? Or do I have to wait until...
So no, you can play. You can play a card during your turn.
Okay, cool. I'm going to play this card, so at the end. Sorry to interrupt your
Yeah.
turn.
16, 17, 18 damage. Ignore 4 armor.
18 damage, ignoring 4 armor. That is going to be a beat him by 8. 1 wound. What do we see?
Where is this guy?
There's 3 that entered into the first class cabin, and there's 2 more in the door.
So, what I'm hoping, because this is the Nile, I got one that's closer to me, and it shot him backwards and knocked another one off their feet, maybe?
Yeah, on an outstanding success,
Okay.
that may have worked.
Fuck. I roll him to the feet of another guy. Dead.
But he is dead. Who's up?
I'm gonna roll
Is
and
there
take a
somebody
shot.
that's come in?
3 came in,
One of them is dead now.
and 1 is dead.
Since I'm still laying down under this bench, I'm gonna roll on my side and then now aim it back towards the door at them.
You don't only roll on your side. As you're rolling, and you're rolling across to the next one shooting.
Yes.
You don't know why you felt the need to do that, but
It just needed to be extra.
I mean, normally you would know stay behind cover while you're shooting, but for whatever reason, you felt like rolling and shooting would be better.
22,
22, outstanding success.
which launches my Demon's Breath,
Do tell.
which is a small blast radius, 16 fire damage.
Jesus.
Do you, because it's outstanding, do you get bonus dice to the damage?
Yeah. So 16 plus 2 bonus. Is it 2 bonus die? Yeah.
Yes, for outstanding.
So 4 plus 5 plus 2.
11.
11 plus 16, 27.
27?
And what? How big of a blast radius is this?
Small.
Just a small, which is going to be 1 person. And so one of the other guys there, and what do we see?
So the second this vial hits him, I was aiming for center mass, so I wouldn't have get splashed on anything else. So it's this goo that just melts over him, and the second it hits with air, it bursts into this yellow-green flame that he tries shaking off, but it's like an oil fire.
Like if you pat it out, you just spread it.
Yep.
And as that oil fire just kind of burns and consumes so hot to his body, and then when there's nothing left to burn, you guys see the flames kind of burn out, and just this pillar of ash just falls down.
You go.
One left.
It's like solid. And she goes.
One left in the doorway. However, with those 2 blocking their way, there is 2 that are in there holding their actions. Now that they have space, they are going to open fire. These guys open fire. So the first one opens up fire on you.
Of course it does.
Oh, because they were holding.
Yeah, we're all.
And what is your dodge?
13.
13. So as and it opens up with that Thompson, you can see the bullet start walking itself up to you, but because you are rolling, you continue to roll as you fire, and they go right by your rolling body.
It pays to be a badass.
Yeah.
Iara, the other shot is coming at you. What is your dodge?
8.
8. I beat you. I have a 19, so beat you by 11. Outstanding success. Yikes. Whoa.
I'm near her enough to do something. Am I not? Am I close enough to her?
Hang on one sec. So that is going to be 10, 13, plus 14, 27. What is your toughness?
9.
Okay. So, yeah, that's going to be...
18.
What's that?
18.
Yeah, that is going to be 3 wounds, 6 shock.
She's knocked out.
So good.
I'm going to use Force Field, and I have the empowerment to include an ally in this Force Field, so I can take off 1 wound into shock.
So is that an action, though, or is it...
It doesn't say. It just says whenever someone takes a wound.
so it's actually reactionary?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you need to roll?
I don't know that it says I need to roll anything. I'm going to double check real quick just to make sure.
Like your laser eyes, you don't have to roll anything. You just can be having them.
It says, a shield of invisible energy surrounds the hero. The force field takes 3 charges. Each time the hero suffers a wound, the field expends a charge to block a wound and 2 shock. And for one of the empowerments, it says the field can be used to protect an adjacent ally.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So I can at least help little bit.
So,
Still gonna.
So that's one wound, and you're
Yeah.
gonna soak another one.
so as all of a sudden you see just the bullets, and you can feel them just slow motion, just. And all of a sudden you look over and you see the jackal, that's glowing eyes, just kind of hands glow, and you feel some type of force just come against you, and one of the bullet holes just actually comes in and pushes the bullet out. So boom, as it just kind of lands down, and your skin just closes up, but you still have 2 wounds and 4 shock.
Okay, it's reality, right?
Yes, it is.
Use to play as a possibility.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So a standard is 1 wound, DN of 10.
Fuck yeah, roll it again.
Nice.
Do you another one?
39. No. 46. So 13,
Oh!
23 total.
Okay, that is outstanding success. So your body and your reality, just kind of following the momentum of the force field, just kind of continues the force field, and poof, poof, as the other bullets get pushed out, and poof, your skin just kind of knits up, and you take a step back from where you would have been fallen, and you're good to go.
Yes.
So who's next?
So I'm going to run forward. The one who just shot Iara, I'm going to leap at him, claws out, try and cut. The objective is to try and cut him out of the door. So throwing him to the side inside our room.
Okay.
Wow. Let's go back to those kind of rolls. So that is going to be an 8.
An 8. So you go and jump, and
It's going to be a 9.
a 9.
No.
So you go and jump, and you get ready to fly, and you're going to tackle the guy, and then all of a sudden, you run to the doorway, and stops all forward momentum.
How many goons are left?
So you see there are the goons. So you have the one that
I have
was
one
under mind control,
yeah.
and then there are 2 in the doorway.
All right. I assume he's going to take his action to shoot since I haven't given him any different orders. Is that the mind control lasts until the end of the scene in this case because I had rolled an outstanding success. So if I gave him the order to kill,
Right. So
Kill them.
because it's a mind control like that. Each turn you're going to need to command him to do something, but
Okay.
it's a free, basically
As-
a free
like
action.
a
You just
simple
tell him
or
what to
free-
do.
okay.
Yeah. So, but if you forget to do it, then he's just going to stand there.
gotcha. Okay. So in this case, I say, okay, that was my bad. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but kill one at a time, please.
Okay. As he goes to shoot one.
I appreciate your enthusiasm.
My bad.
Spoken like a true scientist.
Yeah.
Okay, so
A for
that
effort.
is going to be a standard success. So you can see he shoots one that you were trying to go. All of a sudden, the guy that you were going for gets pushed and stumbled into your arm. So now both of you're leaning up against the door frame. He's leaning up against you. He gets shot in the back and takes 4 shock. You can see the vest that he's wearing. Soak
Interesting
up the
question.
shots.
Could I play my cards for a mind-controlled...
No.
No?
Because they're not heroes.
So, okay, gotcha.
And you still have an action.
I think I'm just going to stay out of this one.
Okay.
I'll let my mind-controlled slave do my work for me.
All
Yeah,
right. So everyone, you want to play Flurry?
I don't think she's gone yet.
Yep, I haven't gone.
Oh, sorry,
Alright.
Iara.
That's okay.
Trying to skip us all, G.
I am going. How many are left now?
So there are 2 in the doorway, and somebody is shooting from the other side.
Okay, I'm going to cast Fear at, which is a large blast area affecting enemies. So, and it's a DN of the target's willpower or spirit.
Yeah, that's going to be a 6.
Can I assist her with that or no?
No.
20.
Beats him by 14. Outstanding success.
So they are very stymied and suffered 2 shock.
All right. And is that everyone's go?
Now, do you want to use your
I
flurry?
can use my flurry now.
Yes,
correct?
you may.
So there's 2 in the doorway. One's got a bunch of shock, and the other one just has an okay amount of shock.
So one has shock, the other one does
right,
new shock.
I'm going to start with the one that got shot in the back.
Okay.
And I'm going to launch myself forward and parkour off of some whatever, like the chair on the left next to the door, and start just unloading on that guy.
Okay, so you run forward, jump up, just up on the bench, and as you're kind of just doing one of the sideways things so you don't get other people, remember you're at -2 because you're stymied.
Yeah. 15?
15, that is a good success. 1 bonus die.
All right. That would be 14 damage.
What's the damage of your guns?
13?
You only rolled a 1?
I only rolled a 1.
Okay.
Not ideal.
That is going to be 2 shock. And so as you're running, you're like, poof, 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 just shoot him right center mass, and poof, and you can see he's just like, eyes just roll back in head. So the guy face to you, all of a sudden you see his eyes just kind of roll back in your head. He goes, and just bad cigar breath breathes on your face, and he poof, and down he goes unconscious.
Would I be able to use my other gun to shoot the next one?
You didn't declare that. So,
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
never mind. Yep.
Okay, so put in your cards.
I have a question before we do that.
Yes.
I have a card that says, play to make a particular reality-rated character a personal enemy of your Storm Knight. You and the foe both gain 3 possibilities. So would I be giving the NPC 3 possibilities?
Yes, but you don't feel a foe that is reality rated. The only one that was the mob capo who got Texas heart shot.
But it also says discard for a possibility and draw a new card. So I'm going to play it in case somebody needs that.
Okay. So
I just want to make sure I wasn't going to give like the pinstripe suit dudes 3 possibilities.
Yeah.
They are not reality rated. The big guy who was a zombie, and so he was basically a capo. So he was reality rated.
Okay.
So new round, villains first, heroes fatigued.
Of course we are.
So
what does that mean again?
Fatigue inflicts 2 points of shock to every character.
I drop.
So as you're flying,
Can you play a card for someone else?
Yes.
Can you do it as a reaction?
no, you have to do it on your turn, unless it says like something along those lines.
Is that something I could do now?
No, that's what he.
Okay,
So you'll have to
never
wait. Somebody will have to wait till it's our turn to be able to do something about this.
So as you were flying through the air, you're poop poop poop, and when you landed, it just
Yeah.
the jackal is out.
Yeah. I gotta get some.
Is that another superpower? Do we know?
Yay, jackal! Oh,
Like
jackal.
Sleeping during combat.
Okay.
My moves were better.
Is he maybe putting on the mask now?
The mask's already.
Mask's already on.
Is it?
Yeah.
So Dan, what you see is like this really kind of small, mousy, just this mousy, skinny weasel of a man, just wearing like this obnoxious Hawaiian shirt and Bermuda walking shorts. Big long nose, pockmarked face. His nose just kind of twitches. He's got greasy hair and he's wearing glasses. He gets up from his seat and he runs to the back of his cabin. And then the one goon that's left, so he looks around and he just and he throws.
It's the end of the turn.
It was quick.
So the grenade goes. It is a medium blast. You're unconscious. So
Can I attempt to like kick it before, or like catch it and re-throw it back?
Is there anything on here that says that we can do something before this thing goes off?
you spend a possibility for me.
This
You
is
can
a-
attempt.
This is play this card as a possibility if you don't want to waste one of your.
We'll do that first, because then I can use this and roll higher if I need to.
Yeah.
So that was a 14.
It's going to be a straight dex.
That's only
Actually, no, it's going to be maneuver because you're in the middle of combat and trying to maneuver.
12. Was that high enough?
So you,
So I'll spend a token and raise it.
it's not going to be.
That's 20 now.
So, as you see the grenade launching over, you just shoot up out of just off from your area. You actually catch the grenade, and as you're falling, you turn back and boom, and you throw it back at that guy. I need you to roll missile weapons.
I'm still like right next to the door.
17. 14.
14. His dodge is 10. It lands down right in front of him. So Max, you actually see, because you're still right there, you see the grenade get launched. You look back. You see Ava just do this amazing just jump up, grab it mid-air as she's falling, throw it. You watch your grenade, and it lands right in between the two of you.
I'm sorry.
What is your dodge?
Dodge? It's
Yeah.
12.
12. Missed it by 2. He misses it by 4. And there's a dead guy there, so he would have been in the blast area. Not you.
Not me?
Not you.
I thought it was near the
Saved
door.
Only
the
three.
jackal.
Only,
crap.
only 3. But there's a dead guy there, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
I saved the jackal.
Thank you.
Okay, so...
I wasn't ready yet.
I gotta check the strength for the grenade. I didn't write that down. I apologize.
Is it a regular grenade?
Yes, it is.
17.
17. What is your toughness, Max?
11.
So 11 beat you by 5. That is 1 wound.
I'm sorry.
And for the mob goon, and so he looks down, sees it, and he looks up and goes, "Uh-oh." And the grenade actually launches him up, and as he goes flying up, his head hits the door frame and it just breaks his neck. And so his legs kind of come up this way. When he lands, he just lands down.
Does the grenade blow a hole in the floor?
It might.
Oh, shoot.
Everybody.
No, it does not.
Okay.
All right.
Also, we're just gonna get sucked out. Okay.
Well, not really.
We just fall out.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just go down.
And those are a bunch of dead goons. You have one that's under mind control. Your guys' turn.
What's
Lightning.
left in here?
We don't know he's under mind control, so...
No, you do not.
I don't, so I'm gonna cast lightning.
Do you need a plus for something specific?
Why?
I think I have
need
1 to an attack one up there.
No,
Yeah, the
well, I
coup de
rolled a
grace.
9, so I need a whole ass. So here's my last token.
Okay.
Wait, here, no. Play to give all Storm Knights a choice of 1 possibility to draw from the Destiny card or recover 3 shock. So you could get a possibility from
So,
that and give
Well,
everybody
everybody
else
else gets a possibility.
or recover 3 shock.
I mean, let's just say because I'm rolling ahead, I just rolled 36, so I can shoot him too.
I already played.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there.
And I feel like Greg isn't going to let me undo playing because it's battle. Well, that says give everybody a possibility or take away 3 shock. So
What do you want?
I need.
Want the 3 shock, please.
Okay, what do you want?
I'd like a possibility. You can also draw from the deck if you want.
Yeah, I need it back.
For Barry. Dan, what do you want?
I'll take a possibility.
Unbeknownst to you,
So after the explosion, you're like,
the jackal is back.
Okay, 22. Yeah.
outstanding success.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
I murdered it. 35.
I'm not even going to say what we see because when you hit him with lightning, it just
Disintegrates.
obliterates him. So all of a sudden,
My hair is like.
so Dr. Graves, all of a, the person he had under mind control, all of a sudden you see just the streak of lightning come out from the first class cabin, hit your guy that was right in the chest. One bright flash. When you look back, he's just gone.
No bones left?
What's that?
No bones
Well,
left?
that's
No skeleton?
unfortunate.
So no, it obliterated.
Like ionized him or whatever.
Smells like thunder in here.
All right.
Does she come into first class? Fresh towel?
And then we
If she
need
doesn't,
more
hot
than a
towel,
fresh.
hot towel, I'll just be like,
No, she's not that dense, so she's hiding.
The jackal would love a hot towel.
And then again, the din of combat, and then all of a sudden you start hearing the moans and cries of fear and like, oh my god, and kids crying from everyone else cabin.
Jacko, I think it's time you go find that spot where we fly this thing.
You
You
think
got
the
it.
pilot's dead?
I don't see why.
I'm sure they'd be in utter
Lots of
utter
bullet holes went
chaos
that
right
way.
now as well. Maybe
I can
not
go
be
check
in
on him.
panic.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do it.
Go check.
I'm gonna run towards the cockpit, if that's what you would call it on a blimp.
I'm gonna start making my way towards that door to see if anybody else
Bridge.
needs
The
help
bridge, yeah. Bridge.
out that area.
Everyone
So
else
the
area.
bridge section is going to actually be ahead where the stewardess was coming in and out of. So you start making your way through there, and
I'm going up to
check
the
on
bridge as well.
it. Okay.
I'm gonna start walking over to the door that leads to the other section and see if anyone needs help out there.
Me as well.
Okay, so as you guys go walking out, you see 2 people come in. Will you describe your characters, what they look like for Dr. Graves?
So Eva's kind of, I guess you could think more of like Laura Croft vibes, but with a longer like trench coat, and then instead of shorts it'd be pants. But kind of similar vibe. She's fairly small, say more of like 5'4", so she can get in and out of where all the shadows are quite easily.
Iara is a tall, thin woman with long black hair and kind of grayish skin, and is an elf, so has pointy ears, and currently wearing the garb of Nile.
So when you guys come in, you see the dead bodies, and you see what looks like the body of somebody who just doesn't fit the mold of the other goons that were there. People are huddled down screaming, kids are crying, women are sobbing, screaming why, men are just huddled down. It's not straight 100% chaos, but it's on the verge.
I'm going to try to find the gentleman in the Hawaiian shirt where he ran off to.
So as you guys start looking around, you see somebody who Dr. Graves described himself look like, kind of get up and start moseying, or with purpose?
With purpose.
So you see him just kind of, with purpose, start heading towards the back exit of this cabin.
Sir,
I'm
where
gonna
are you going?
follow because that's a red flag in my mind.
I call out to him. Sir, where are you going?
He doesn't respond. He just keeps going.
So he keeps walking down.
I'm gonna keep following.
Okay.
Following as well.
So the two of you start following. Are you attempting to overtake?
I'm trying to catch up to him.
Okay. You sense, so you can hear that, and then you can sense, over the chaos, that the two that you saw coming in, they're coming after you. They're not in attack mode, but they're looking to catch up. So do you stop? Do you continue going? Do you attempt
I'll continue
to
to
evade?
going, but I'm not attempting to run or anything like that. I'm just going with a purpose, and if they want to catch up with me, I'm fine with that.
So by the time you get to the end where the entrance is to the back of the cabin, they would have caught up to you by then.
Okay. And do I see any sign of the person in the Hawaiian shirt?
The door's closed.
Did I see him go through the door?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Close it.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll turn back to these two.
Where are you
Come up
going?
and down briefly.
What's happening?
That's a good question. I don't know what's happening.
Were you with
But
him?
there was an interesting individual who just recently fled through this door.
Interesting how so?
Interesting as in he didn't appear to be a normal denizen of this cabin. He wasn't in fear. He was walking with a purpose. It seemed like he was going to do something,
I mean,
which
you seem
is
to,
unusual given the amount of firepower that just happened.
You seem to be describing yourself here.
Did he look like the others?
He did not look like the others. He was a small man in a Hawaiian shirt with a long nose, very easily looking.
Are you with the others?
No, I'm not with the others. I assume you mean the goons with the guns. Is
Yes.
that correct? And I assume they were coming for you. It would be an assumption, but it seems reasonable.
I do not know if they were coming for us, but we took care of them.
Yes, you did. With great alacrity.
Eva gives a little smirk.
So you said the man went through here?
Yes, and if he's up to some nefarious means, then perhaps we should quickly go after him.
Well,
I
then
agree.
lead the way, strange sir.
I open the door.
As you open the door, at that exact same moment, as the entire air cabin shakes, and just an explosion occurs. At that point, the lights inside just kind of dimmed down, even though it was daytime and there was plenty of windows, but the lights that were on all of a sudden just kind of went out, and then red flashing lights just start flashing a consistent red beam as you can feel the blimp start listing.
Oh, come on. This is why I don't like flying things.
Maybe
Every time.
Maybe the jackal isn't as good of a pilot as he thought.
Whoa! I'm not there, but
Do we see anything once this door's opened?
So, stairs that go down. So, now, what that means, though, is an
Dramatic scene.
Dramatic scene. Everyone's favorite.
I have a question before you start that. Should we have taken our cards back, or is this all the same?
No, you can take your cards back now, because we're starting a new thing, so a new dramatic scene.
one more.
Okay, so as this is listing, going down, Jackal, one thing that you would know is all of these blimps come with an attached emergency propeller plane, just in the event of some type of means to escape.
Why, yes, they do.
And you know it's not on the bridge. Usually they're at the end, down at the bottom, right beneath the engine compartment.
Okay, and whenever you come back to me, I'm going to ask you if me running up to the pilot's the bridge has happened before or after the listing and stuff like that.
No, as you were getting ready to go do that, as you guys were getting ready, you got ready to open the door, because you guys split and this was all simultaneous. As you open the door to the bridge, simultaneously,
Yeah.
it's almost like you feel that and the explosion.
And then it starts to go?
Yes. Okay, so this puts us into a dramatic resolution.
I'm running down those steps.
So the first thing that everyone needs to, or we need to do, is a find roll, difficulty number of 10, and this is to be able to find the correct route to the...
10.
Okay, well, hang on. So, first one needs to be an A. There is an A available.
Is there a B?
No B.
24.
24, no problem.
10.
10.
Can I just help him since I'm with him?
Yes, you may.
3.
3.
+1.
And so you freeze. So he got a +1. So what does that put you at?
9.
You spend a possibility, so it's a minimum of 10.
Minimum
No,
of
it's
10.
13. It's 1 plus my fine, which is 8. So that's 9. And then I guess it would be 10,
10.
at that
There you
point.
go.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. So the three of you are together.
Here, fuck it. I'm like, this is not happening to me again. It's not happening. It's just not going to.
It's just not happening. It's just not happening.
So 12 plus, that is 11.
11. Yep. So you, you guys rolled great. Dan,
I got
what
a
did you
20.
roll?
11.
Okay. So amidst all this, you realizing you deduce that the best that you know that it's not going to be at the bridge, and so you start making your way back. Follow me, and you guys start making your way through we're going to do the crowd. That's where you're going to go. You guys deduce that the best way to go is down, as this other panic. The next one needs to be a B. This is a maneuver to be avoided being entangled with the panicking crowd.
Maneuver.
So B is available.
What's it got to be? 10 still?
12.
I did not make
So
it.
are you still with me then?
I got an 8.
Okay, so let me back up
Oh, wait.
before.
That's what I was going to say. Can we roll for each other?
So
One person?
Before you spend that possibility, the people who are in together just need to make one roll and not individuals. So Iara,
Yeah.
Eva, and Dr. Graves, you guys are together, and the three of you are together. So you can help.
One person rolls and other people.
I'll roll if you want.
Who am I with?
You are with the Jackal and
I have a
Max.
decent maneuver.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
have
don't.
I will give you a
11.
+1.
For maneuver.
I have an 8, so.
I also have an
was-
8.
So I'll be. Okay.
Okay,
I've already
so,
rolled though, and I passed.
No, let's start that over because I didn't
okay.
explain that.
Oh, okay.
So we didn't know.
So +2 then.
Yeah, +2.
Okay, so I
Okay.
got +1.
So Eva, go ahead and make the roll.
Of course, the one roll that I do absolute shit on.
12.
Perfect.
Ends up being 14.
14. Okay. So for you guys, people just see that open door and start making their way towards, and so you're able to actually push people down and make your way down through the stairs and navigate that. What did you guys roll?
I got 12.
So as you go through the everyone else cabin, there's pure panic. You guys are able to slip your way through and push people to the side, not necessarily knocking them over because that wouldn't be heroic, but definitely moving to the side as you see your companions make their way down and think they're already on the right track.
I feel like it's going to be
Could I dramatically jump up and walk on people's shoulders as I start running? Or
like
no?
crowd circle.
You only rolled a 12?
Yeah, so
No.
probably not. Never mind. I tried.
So you guys make your way down the stairs, down to the engine room, and then you hear some just like footsteps and some fast running down behind you. You look back and you see your companions. So at this point, you're all together.
Okay.
So you make your way to where you believe is going to be the propeller pane, and down at the end, you actually see it there. But it's connected to some type of cables, and you see underneath it appears to be some type of double flap opening, and you quickly look around and you see this panel, and you believe that it's connected to both of them. So you run up.
Before you
and-
flip the card,
Yes.
what does the C card read?
Character who plays this may attempt step C of a dramatic skill resolution or chase, even if it isn't present on the drama
There we go.
card.
So what this next roll then is going to be a computer's to attempt to navigate and operate the levers to open it up, get the plane for release.
Also, as I hear them coming up, I call out, somebody ran down here before us.
There is a C.
There's a C and a D.
Perfect.
All right, I'm going to roll for computers. I've got a decent. It's 13.
I don't have it.
I don't have
I mean,
it.
it's,
All I have is
I'm
science.
not trained in it, and my mind is 11.
Can you use it
I'll add-
untrained?
Yeah, there's no
yes.
star
Yeah.
next to
If
it.
there's
I have
if
a
there's
14 mind.
Okay. Somebody's got more mind
You
than
only
me.
need to be trained if it's got an asterisk next to it.
Can we help look?
Absolutely.
So I'll
Yeah.
add one.
So you got +5 to it.
+5?
Yeah.
We'll
So,
use
and that +5 is down here, right? Or is it after the total roll?
No, it's +5 to the roll.
To the roll.
To the roll.
Yes.
So whatever you roll.
Do I know what the target number is?
DN of 10.
We're going to do the C and the D this round.
So D would be +2. It would end up being a DN of 14.
So it's a 10.
So you made the 10?
No, I'm telling you it's
Oh.
a 10.
12.
12, yeah. So you're positive that you figured out the right sequences to undo them. So you and you see the doors start and air starts rushing in. As you look to the plane, though, there's only 2 seats. There's a pilot seat and there's one right behind you. You could potentially look for straps and web gear to make harnesses to be able to connect to it.
I'm like, I've seen this before. We
Is
used to do
that
this.
the D?
We used
That's
to do this
the
all the
D.
time.
Okay.
So-
Do we all have to make it alone?
No, that will be a find DN of 12, but because you're attempting the same round, it's going to be +2, so 14, because you guys are all helping each other out.
I have an
we
11.
need this, and this.
Does this count as I can play these that are in my hand?
My
These
find
are the
is
ones that are out.
Yes, you may.
15 is what my find
Okay,
is.
well,
So you
this
need a
is
minimum
discard
of
for a
11.
possibility and draw a new card. So I would like a possibility, please.
And you'll have a +5 with us.
+5?
Yeah, with all of us.
To the
on there.
roll.
Yeah, to the roll. So
Okay.
As long as the roll's at 11, you got
So,
it.
yep, 15.
15?
Total.
Yep. So you're able to put everything together and you make these crude canvas harnesses. And so 2 people can be in the plane. One obviously is a pilot. Who's choosing to fly?
That's me.
Air vehicles.
Yep.
Who's going to be in the second seat?
I believe I should be in the second seat.
So before anyone else
Just look at him.
Dr. Graves
And it's
just
like,
walks
who the hell
over,
are you?
sits down in the second seat. So that means the 4 of you are hooked up to the makeshift canvases and the harness that are 2 attached to each wing.
I'm gonna
And
look
so-
over at Azrael and just give her a big hug, and we're just gonna sit there and scream together this entire way.
Like,
So
someone's
you
gotta
look
turn
around,
the back.
everyone's strapped in the best that you can. That big red lever releases the plane. I need you to roll air vehicles.
All right.
As he rolls a 1.
No, no.
Yeah, I was sitting
Did
here
not
like,
happen.
I felt like if I made eye contact with him, it was gonna roll bad. So I'm like sitting here looking down.
18.
18, no problem.
Super
So
easy.
you, as the propellers start up, you look around and you feel a drop.
we just-
And so all of you guys just feel that initial drop as you come down, and then as you engage the throttle.
As we've learned, it seems to be we simply need to survive the crash.
Okay, so Eva's just now in the back, and like we see on roller coaster videos, people that like scream and then pass out, and then come back like a couple seconds later and scream. That's what she's doing right now.
That's awesome.
So as you guys fly down and get ready to, just taking off, those that look back see the blimp start listing and just even further and going down into the ocean. And then all of a sudden, in the opening, you see the mousy little guy that he described holding a big bazooka, and he's aiming down as the rocket launches towards the plane.
Evasive maneuvers! Everybody hang on! I start spinning and,
Yeah, we did. We
and
already
like
did.
Yeah,
coming
but
down.
we're gonna die anyway.
We're gonna die anyway.
Do I come to enough
My
to
force
realize
field is good
and try
for
to
people
shoot
near
him?
me.
So you see the smoke go out, and then the trail is a rocket. You use your force field and extend it out to the people around you. Or as the rocket comes out, it doesn't hit the force field, it hits the rudder. As the rudder is destroyed and everyone feels just a violent lurch, I need the 4 people who are hanging on to make a either a maneuver or strength, whatever's best, to be able to hang on into your harnesses.
It'd be
a dex? Oh,
Do we know the number?
Maneuver is dex
Okay.
based. Yeah.
'Cause I-
Maneuver or strength, whatever's highest.
Do we know the number?
10.
12. The end of 12.
I keep forgetting that I've got graceful.
17.
13.
20.
So you guys, as the harnesses were set up and ready for flight, just this violent reaction of the rudder going out just jars everyone loose, but everyone's able to either hang on, wrap themselves in, or just by pure brute strength hold on. And so you're going down. I need you to roll air vehicles. DN 20.
Oh,
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's okay. I got a lot of things.
I haven't played this as a possibility.
We're
I
good.
want to make it count.
All right.
Are you
That
sure?
is a 23.
Are you sure?
So as you guys start going down and make your way toward the Mediterranean, you see the Jackal's eyes just kind of flare up and get golden, and he just says, I got this. And all of a sudden you can feel the plane just kind of just edge even out and start making its way. It's sputtering. It's very difficult to control. You know you're not going to be able to land it, but you're making your way to
To Crete.
to Crete as the plane just kind of keeps going. As you guys, those that look back, see the blip hit the Mediterranean. Just an explosion from inside, and then the balloon, the canvas material of the balloon, start just falling over the fire in the water, and then that catches fire, and so just this floating bonfire on the Mediterranean, and all those poor souls aboard. Your two assistants.
Professor looks back and he says, yes. Apparently I'm going to need 2 more assistants.
I'm like, what?
Again.
Very good.
The jackal is better at things than Ufa.
So,
I yell at Max.
as you're getting ready to come in and land, so it
We
takes
haven't crashed yet.
not yet.
This isn't my first crash. Don't worry.
So, with the damage of the plane, but yet this, it's faster than, so it's still going to be about, the rest of the flight time. So it's about a 3-hour flight.
Of just
Yeah. But you're not going down.
Yeah. Oh, thank God.
But I do need you, as you start approaching, what is your plan?
Let's see. I mean, does the landing gear respond?
Roll air vehicles.
14?
No,
No, it doesn't
it
respond.
does not respond.
I'm like, there's no reason to tell him that.
Are you safe to land?
The landing gear is not responding.
Let me take a look at it.
All right.
What'd he say?
Nothing. Don't worry.
So you're going to have to climb out of the seat.
Can I rig some sort of strap? So,
You
am I
can
going to have to
attempt
look? Yes, I'm going to attempt to rig some sort of strap.
Okay. Go and roll science gizmo. Just be able to.
Like repel out.
Yeah. All right, so science check. That's not bad. 20.
Oh yeah, absolutely no
Not
problem.
bad.
This guy.
It's not bad. I just rolled. Okay.
It'll suffice.
Stack of possibilities over there too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So with your gizmo kit and just some of the materials around, yeah, you're able to rig your tie off a harness and then tie yourself around, strap yourself in, so that way if you slip, you can at least still be dragged and held by the plane.
Right. Try and keep it steady.
Sure.
So I'll rappel outside.
doing?
So I'll rappel outside and get a closer look at the landing gear.
I will need you to roll a dex.
Okay. Get that ready.
Not bad. It wasn't on 20.
We'll use that.
Do you want to?
What's that?
Is a +3? Will that help at all?
That would definitely help.
So I have to trade you with a card, and you can use that card.
Do you want your chip back, or do you want to use the chip also?
I'm going to use the chip also. Do I know what the target number is?
No, you do not.
Okay, I'll use the chip.
I'm like,
Any
Do
card.
you
I
want?
don't care.
Are you good at persuasion?
No.
No. Take your pick. And this gets added.
And it's a minimum of a 10 from a possibility.
Well, that's better than 10. So 20.
Okay. So you make your way, so you're just kind of like rappelling down. You find yourself like at the base of where the wings connect to the fuselage of the plane. So you take some of the leftover material that you have, you strap that in, and you kind of dangle and just kind of move yourself underneath. So you're basically underneath the plane, just, and you're able to see the landing gear. The landing gear is blown. There is no wheel.
Is there anything that I could rig up that would allow at least a
So-
one-time.
So I have a card. It's my Cosm card. It says, "What luck? Play to introduce an element into the environment that helps the heroes, such as an unseen ledge or possibly pontoons. Hey, what are these under the wing?"
So that gets played, and as like all hope sinks,
The fuck?
as all hope sinks, you just like, and you just kind of tilt your head over, and you see a hatch that says
Pontoons!
parts.
Okay.
Oh, look!
Open the hatch.
Open
Right?
the hatch. There's an extra landing wheel inside.
Nice. All right. Well, this is going to be tricky, but we'll see if we can get it done.
Make
up.
a science roll to try to jury rig this together. So, before you roll, it is going to be difficult because you're upside down, you're flying, it's spare parts, and you don't have the proper materials. So that's 4 different things against you. That's going to be -2 per 4, so that's going to be an 18 that you need to make.
Jeez, you got lots of possibilities.
I also have a card that if you want to trade me, it's a possibility.
Can you spend multiple possibilities on the same roll?
So you cannot, you can only spend 1, but because they have grant possibility, they can send possibility your way.
All right. Well, here's the roll. That's a 10.
So keep rolling.
Well, that's 1.
I got nothing to
So where are you at right now?
I can do it with a single possibility. Natural 20.
Keep
Nice.
And a 13, so 33, 44.
I mean, if, so
44
if
plus 12?
he's at 44,
So that
I
would
have
be-
2 glory cards.
A 31.
31. So you're like, so after you take a quick moment to assess everything, so that you reach into your pack and you pull out, that gizmo that you built to be able to handle any situation, and you start working. And so all of a sudden you see a light that is on the dash indicating, so where the landing gear was red,
Yeah.
all of a sudden blinks off green.
If you could see relief on a masked man's face.
Now for the tricky part.
Getting back.
Getting back.
Roll a dex.
That's not bad.
Why is he under the plane, Max?
I have no idea.
I probably want to be sure about this. I don't want to fall.
Well, if you want, you could keep that, and I could throw the card. That way you don't
Okay,
run
sure.
out of.
Sure.
So I'm gonna play use as it's a drama card. It's a use as a
Okay.
possibility, which I will.
Oh, okay.
19.
him.
So 19? Yeah. At one point, you feel yourself start to slip, and then all of a sudden, you kind of feel this weird feeling, and just like this shimmering kind of goes above your vision. And once it clears out, you find yourself back on secure, and you're able to work your way, scramble out from under the plane, hook back up onto where the wings meet the fuselage, climb up, and just start pulling yourself back up into the seat.
Pull
You
myself
climb
into the
back in.
seat, strap in, give the jackal a thumbs up.
I'm like,
Good.
so much approval going your way right now.
So with the landing gear, you are approaching just in time the aisle, and you see a nice stretch of beach that you believe you can land on.
Well, I'm going for it.
I have a
air
question
vehicles.
for you.
Yes.
Would I recognize the jackal, or would I have heard of him possibly? Since
Absolutely is possible. Let's see here. Roll streetwise.
streetwise,
I love that skill so much.
how about
It's
lore?
a great
Would
skill.
Could I suggest lore, maybe? No, streetwise.
Yeah, I'll go for lore.
22 on the lore.
You have absolutely heard of the Twilight Jackal. He is known, though, to operate within Cairo. But yes, he is a known masked hero to you.
Gotcha.
You also know that he is a hero of good. Air vehicles.
All right. I don't know what I'm going to get, but I still have some possibilities. So here we go. Just to be safe.
Just to be
Just
safe.
to be safe. 23.
23. And so as you kind of come down, so the nice hard packed sand, you guys feel just a jaunty little bounce, and you come to a stop.
All right, get me off this thing. Get me off. Yeah. I'm like, rip all the ties off.
Yeah. I'm just going to sit there for a moment and be like, that's 2. That's 2. I'm getting better at this. All right.
You guys disembark from the plane. when you look and take assessment of the damage, you see that the rudder is just completely destroyed. There is no more rudder. There's scorch marks to where the fiberglass and wood was there. When you look down, you can't even describe what type of weird science and gizmos and brightly colored wires are holding the landing gear together, but it appears to be 100% operational.
Good lord.
And as you guys look around, you happen to look up, just kind of see the island, and you find that you end up coming in over the shore of the island to be able to see the nice hard packed part of the sand. So you end up being a couple miles in with that nice roll. So you found just a nice strip of land. Actually, it's more like hardened road. And as you look closer, you're in what you believe are actually like ruins of an old city.
Nice.
And as you look up and look around, and just off in the near distance is the form of Mount Ida. And if you recall, that is where you said, or Professor Esparti said, that the city of Gnosis was under the mountain, or at the base of the mountain.
Precisely where I wanted to land.
So when you guys just kind of calm, take a breath, and just let the adrenaline leave your body. Some people just kind of have the shakes, some people just moving around. Others like, Eva just pulls out her gun and just by memory starts looking, making sure, the workings of her gun is going. And everything kind of gets back to normal again. You look and take in. The city around you is all in ruins. And so there's, busted columns and whatnot. So, it looks pretty typical. But what is definitely standing out is about a half mile into the ruins, you see just a long structure, and it appears to be just one big long wall, about 12 feet high, and it's covered in just bright green vines and like just growing up it and covering the wall, and with blossoming pretty purple little flowers that are growing on the vines.
Don't touch it. This is reminding me too much of Living Lands. We're all getting like flashbacks. Oh no!
These flowers, as I go closer to inspect them, do they remind me of anything?
It's a bit of a walk. So
okay.
Yeah, it's about half a mile.
Okay.
Yeah, but yet the structure that you see, stands out far enough because it's not in ruins.
Yeah. Do you guys want to take a walk?
I think we need to get off.
The professor's standing here, sort of taking in this somewhat motley crew.
Excuse me.
You, I know, by reputation at least, you are the Jackal of Cairo, is that correct?
That is correct.
I've heard of you, but I don't think I've met any of the rest of the group.
I am Azrael. This is my second, Max. You've met Iara?
In passing.
And this is Ava.
I am Professor Graves of the Benghazi University.
Professor.
Professor.
Well met.
Nice to meet you.
Professor of what?
I'm the head of the Department of Extraordinary Scientific Antiquities of Marvel.
What does that mean?
Big mouthful.
That's a mouthful.
It is exactly what it sounds like.
What is an antiquity of Marvel?
That's a good question. That has many answers. We'll discuss it sometime.
I look forward to that.
But I don't think right now would be the appropriate time for a lecture.
Yeah, we're not in school. We got a mission. Let's go.
We need to find a shelter tonight.
I can see one just half a mile away.
The only place that's still standing.
Let's go.
On the walk, I'm going to get Azrael aside as far as I can.
Okay. You guys can go fall back, without looking too weird or suspicious.
Azrael, the doctor. This is a weird cosm. Things just happen. Do you think it is possible that he happened amongst our midst with the ability to possibly find the crown? It would be a marvel, I would think.
That thought did cross my mind.
Do
Although we
bring
don't,
him in?
we
We
don't-
know
we
nothing
don't-
about him.
We do know nothing about him, so bring him in, but keep an eye on him.
Well, that's you. Mm-hmm. Okay. Maybe over the campfire.
So
which I hope we will have.
As you guys start making your way up towards closer to the structure, as you get closer, you can see that as you go into the structure, appears to be just a standard door-sized entry, and only one. when you look get up closer and you look inside, you can see that you look into maybe about 5 foot space, and then there is another wall covered by the same vines.
Jackal.
I look through the
Jackal?
wall.
What's that?
I look through the wall with my X-ray vision.
You go to look through the wall, and
There's another wall.
you're resisted by something, some type of energy or some type of magical field.
Have I felt this before?
Never.
Is it like a room?
You can't tell. So basically, it's just an entranceway.
All right.
Does-
Well, I'm gonna launch my where is
Wait,
it?
before you launch, what's back there?
I can't see.
Exactly. I have
What do you mean you
light.
can't see?
I can't see it. It's something magical is
Well,
blocking my vision.
Can't you also see in the dark?
I can't.
Usually when you say launch, it means boom.
Can you see? So what is it? Is it like there's a room that we can go into, and then there's a wall, and on the other side of the wall is another room?
So what
We
you
don't know what's on
yeah.
there.
So basically, what you guys
I just mean, can we just like fuck off with the energy barrier and go take a nap in this room that we can get into?
yeah.
The energy barrier is one of the walls of that room, though.
Oh, that's what I was saying. We can see into this doorway. I have a phosphor shell that's meant to illuminate stuff and create light.
What if it can't get through?
So basically, it looks something like here's the entranceway, and then all you see is just
A little
other
bit.
walls set up like that,
And that wall he can't see.
and they're covered up. Same way this one's covered up.
I'm gonna go
with
touch the
vines.
wall.
Outside of it, or do you go inside?
I'm gonna go inside.
So as you go inside of the wall, everyone kind of hears this grinding, and the
Oopsie.
walls actually close.
Like, so we can't see her anymore?
It's like she got just locked in.
Eva!
I try to see through the wall. Is it possible?
I'm gonna start like pounding on the walls.
So hang on
Eva!
one sec. What's that?
I try to see through the walls. Is that possible? Wall?
Something's still blocking.
Eva!
Can I hear them?
No, you cannot.
Oh shit.
So you look around. You look around behind you. You see that it closed in, and then you look off to your left, and where it wasn't there before, there's an entranceway.
Is it dark?
No, but what you see is it looks like you're moving into another closed-off room like this.
I'm just gonna slowly and cautiously make my way into it.
What does the wall appear to be made of? The doorway that closed.
It looks like it was a seamless wall that's like
Of what?
some type of black stone,
Stone. That's what I needed to know.
How tall is it?
about 12 feet high.
It's covered in vines.
Yes.
Can we climb it?
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start climbing the vines.
Okay, so you guys climb the vines, and you kind of peek over, and what you see is
Amazing.
just miles and miles of a great labyrinth.
I knew it.
It's like in scenes when it like zooms out and it's forever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Stuck in the maze runner.
as you're yelling for Ava, you do not see any sign of her. You do not hear anybody, and we're going to go ahead and end the session right there.
Oh my god.
So, and I do have some bummer news for all of our fans listening to our podcast. At this point, Tori, due to work commitments, is gonna have to drop out of the game temporarily.
Bummer.
Tori, would you like to say anything to our listeners?
Yes, it's been awesome being able to play Eva up until now. I'm hoping this is a very short, temporary change with work,
That's
and I'll be able
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
come back and
We'll miss you.
hopefully lead you guys through Aurora.
We'll all definitely miss Eva. We were able to introduce Dr. Graves, so at least so that way the party can continue on with good numbers. But Eva, good luck. We hope to see you soon.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tori.
Thank you, Tori.
Thank you, Tori.
Thanks, Tori. And with that, we'll close.